Ooh, that ain't right. Listen, listen, listen. It's not Monday night, but it is Sunday night. But unfortunately, I will be traveling or I will be sitting in a hotel. And I didn't want to try and do this from a hotel room. It just seems like it'd be way too difficult. But anyway, I decided why not do a Sunday night toy ramblings because I'm not sure if there's anything else going on Sunday nights these days. So anyway, here we are. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it because, well, there's a lot of stuff that I was trying to get done. If you've been paying attention to the channel, you've probably seen, I don't know, 84 reviews go up. um, I haven't even begun to scratch the surface with all the figures that I have to review, the figures that are still coming in. There should have been a Ghost Viper review, but unfortunately, it came in. I don't know. It ended up in Mount Clemens postal service at 8:30, but they'd already sent everything out, which means it won't show up till Monday. But I will be in what is that state I absolutely dread and hate? Oh, Ohio. So yeah, I guess I won't be getting a Ghost Viper review till I don't know next week when I get home. Pythona shipped, but that's going out DHL, so there's a good chance that might not go out till after the Punkathon. I got a what else did we have? We have the Jersey Devil that's coming in. That's supposed to be here this week, so there's still a bunch of stuff trickling in. I got stuff going out tomorrow. Look for it. I will have Maximum Deadpool. I have, I think, 3 or 4 different Operation Monster Force reviews already done to get me through, I think, Wednesday. But I'm going to be sitting in a hotel and I might do hotel reviews because, well, I'm not on vacation. I'm not on vacation. So if I have them and I'm bored, maybe I'll just pump out a couple. I can guarantee you when I go to Joe Fest and then to Disney World after that, I won't be doing anything like that because it just doesn't seem to be like it's too much fun. But if you're sitting there and let's say the pool sucks and I have nothing else to do because it is Ohio, I might just pull out that camera and get to work and do the thing that I make fun of other people for. But hey, that's what we all do, right? Anyway, thank you guys all for tuning in. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it because believe it or not, I'm still not fully packed. But really, I got to drive Olivia to school tomorrow. Then I get to come back and decide what time I want to leave. I think I'm going to try and get out a little early. Maybe get there about 1 or 2 and see about maybe checking out the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I go check out the Lions little section. They have Barry Sanders and Megatron, and I think that's all they have for Hall of Famers. They may have some from before 1957, when they used to be good. They're good right now. I mean, I don't know. But you know what I mean. They were bad they were awful for a long time. But anyway, thank you guys all for tuning in. I tell you what I've been doing, but I've literally been locked in the basement trying to do review after review. And I will be honest, they are so time consuming. When someone says, you know what, it takes no time for you to do your reviews, you don't do any edits. Oh, you are so full of crap. You know what I'm finding out takes the longest to do when you're doing these reviews is setting up pictures and not having the exact same background. Now, I do that a lot of times with my thumbnails, which I've actually been changing because there's a way to do multiple thumbnails, but I don't want to always have the exact same pictures when I'm doing, I guess it's the promotional period of my reviews. So, man, it takes a lot. And I'll tell you what, these Operation Monster Forces, you would think after you've done so many that you'd be able to kind of whip through them. They're not. And there's something different about these. I feel like the plastic is is much different. It's not as smooth as the previous ones. Season 1, the season 0 and season 2 are way different. So I don't know if they switched plants, if they tried something different. There were a few changes that I can see that they made. Their weapons are still a little stiff. I feel like they're going to break if you put too much pressure on them. Quickly here, Darth Burke quickly says NFL Hall of Fame is awesome. So I've never been there. So let me ask you, is 2 or 3 hours good enough? I mean, do you need more time than that? Because they're only open till 5 p.m. Like really? So if I leave here around 9, it's going to take me roughly about 5 hours. I believe I'm staying in Canton, Ohio. I'm staying in, I think, North Canton, Ohio. I think I'm like 15 minutes away. So I mean, I can just go right in there. It's a 4.5 hour drive, I think. I can't imagine I could be there for more than a couple hours. And that is if I get up and get moving. I mean, I have to get Olivia, to school, so I'll be up and ready. But it depends on what time I get done with this too. And you say, yeah, 2-3 hours is good. Yeah, and again, I'm walking by myself, so it's not like I got a little kid with me. I'm gonna be all alone, all by myself. People have school tomorrow. I thought it was Columbus Indigenous People Day. The only reason why I knew that was because when I was looking up the hours, they said their hours might be different because of Columbus Day. The only reason why I knew that. Anyway, 34 people watching. Thank you. Again, there is a poll, so go ahead and vote in the poll. Hit the like button if you haven't. Let's say hi to everyone that is here. Oh, man, everything is freezing up, man. Okay. We have Fatrid jumping in here saying, you taking hella dope spot? I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while, so possibly. We have Dustin Blair here. David, we have Largo's Lair jumping in. We have Tony's Figs, Cobra Slug. We have a Viper Scout. We have HK Viper. Let's see here. Alex Martinez. We have US Combat Dojo. We have Bobby Wold, who has shown up because he's like, I think there's going to be some giveaways soon, so I got to start getting in. It says, Punk Bean's business in anticipation for daylight savings. He didn't just roll back an hour. He rolled back a day. Now that's G.I. Joe extreme levels right there. Okay, I'm going to ask a dumb question. Oh, wait, there are no dumb questions. When is daylight savings? I mean, it didn't happen this week, did it? I don't go to the bar, so I have no idea. And everything just automatically changes. Other than my oven clock, so I should probably go check. Joe Fan 84 is joining us. War Chest full of toys telling us that he is here. We have Cobra Slug. I think I already said Cobra Slug, but I'll say it again. Tech 489. We said Grizzlehorn saying, why hotel then? Work trip. Yes. Yeah, it's for work. I'm not going on vacation. No, I'm going down for training because we've taken on Xerox. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. We're taking on Xerox for for their light production and for their production machines. So I got to go down and train, and I'm so looking forward to it. I'm not. We have Machine Man jumping in here. We have Joe Fan 84 saying, I ordered a night vulture and it got sent to the opposite side of Alabama, so they had to reship it. It was supposed to be here yesterday, but it says it'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, I love when they screw that stuff up. Carlos Selena saying, I ordered 2 All Strikers. Both crankcase figures had a slight gap in the waist. Yeah, I've had a few people mention that to me, so it probably isn't going to affect anything, considering it's still, I mean, that's how it's going to sit. Normally, it would aesthetically, it would look better. It feels like it's going to break, but it could be better. Can we all agree that it should be better? Did we say Viper Scout? I think I already said it. Oh, you're not vacationing in beautiful Ohio. Ohio, no. Jay Astro here. Hey, is this where everyone is talking about the new Taylor Swift album? Am I in the right chat? I've seen her on TV already. I can tell you that much right now. Gun Bunny Customs is jumping in. We have a Snow Wolf here. Darth Burke. Whew, let's see here. Is there anyone else? I know there's a few more. We have Todd C saying Punk took Monday off because he celebrates Columbus Day. I just might. 3-star draw saying, man, I thought you were already in Ohio. Why you no answer messages? Because I see it and then I forget. That's the only reason. We have Jamie Garcia jumping in here saying, lucky this showed up on the YouTube feed. I figured it was going to. I was seriously, up until this morning, I wasn't sure. I talked about doing it and I thought, do I really want to do it? I wasn't sure. So M. Hatfield jumping in here saying M. Hatfield became a YouTube member. So you instantly get a
welcome to the creamery.
And I feel like I haven't seen that name, or maybe I just want to play this.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You gotta understand, man. I never even saw these assholes before.
We have Floyd Williams jumping here. We have 1,000 Wolves. I already said Machine Man, and then we have Rowdy Riles at the end. I hope it's at the end. That everything keeps kind of sticking. Yes. All right. So anyway, I figured I'd go live today, get a couple things in, talk about a few things. You may have noticed there was a bunch of stuff that was shown off because of some it's some Comic-Con. They tried to show some stuff off, and I hated missing Monday night when there's so much G.I. Joe and so much Marvel Legends. I've really gotten into Marvel Legends. Yeah, it's gotten bad. It's getting bad. It'll probably be worse than Operation Monster Force or all the Fresh Monkey Fiction, Big Bad Workshop stuff. But anyway, that's the reason why we're going live today. Won't be around tomorrow. I also want to talk about the Punkathon. It is still on, so everyone, don't worry. We still are going to be doing it 36 hours starting October 24th. I'm getting home. I'm doing more reviews, if you can believe that. And I still have to prepare. I have to reach out to people. I got to start preparing for my Thursday with a friend. I've asked one person that's actually locked it down. There's a few other people that I feel are already shoo-ins, but it's one of those things where I still got to reach out. So anyway, I'm still working on a few things, but I've kind of told everyone what the schedule is going to be. Everything is up into changing. But what I do want for all of you is just to think about it. Don't send super you can send super chats if you want. But if you're like, hey, I have $10 I'm eventually going to give you, and that's all you can give me, then give it to me on those days, because that goes to Toys for Tots, and it's a better cause than me going to Ohio. Thank you so much, Moss Man. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, it's crazy. One of those. It's just crazy to think that this is coming up for the second annual one. Last year, I was so stressed out about it. This year, I have been so laxed and so busy with everything else in life. I'm hoping that approach will make it just walk into it, because it really went smoothly last year. And everyone was so good about, like, when it was time to get off, they just jumped off. I didn't have to kick anyone off. There were no assholes that came in or anything like that. So I'm happy about that. Bobby Wold saying, did Chris from Mod XD ever get a hold of you? He's trying to figure out how to contact Lenny to interview at London Comic-Con. No, he has not, at least that I haven't seen. But according to Darren, I don't answer stuff. So, but it hasn't gotten lost, because I think he only messages me. He only messages me. I totally fucking lost what I was going to think, because someone is texting me right now, and I know, dude. No, and he only messages me on Instagram, and I know that I don't have anyone that's not there's only so many messages I have, because it little pops up. Yeah, I know. I love middle fingers too, dude. Anyway. So that's all going to be, taken care of. We're going to be doing that. So just keep your money until that day. You're going to spend lots of money that day. I have prizes to give away. I'm not going to be giving them away there. They're going to be tied to the Black Friday giveaway, right? And as we earn more money, more prizes will be given away. So if you're on Instagram, you might have seen that somebody who donated 2 crystal balls and a snake armor sent them. And this asshole thought it'd be funny to tie in a shitload of little spiders. And when I opened it, he had it all strung up to it. And of course, when it came up, well, you can go watch my reaction. Now, I don't scream like a little girl. I didn't jump. I didn't like Tony literally messaged me. Like this guy right here, he literally messaged me and said, "Did you freak out?" I'm like, "You saw the video. Like, it's not like it went reenacted it." I didn't even think about that until Olivia was like, "You have your reaction right there." I just stepped back. And then if you watch to the end, you can hear me call for Olivia and say I hate people. I appreciate somebody donating for a giveaway. I do not appreciate spiders. I'll just say that. With all that said, the other thing, you're not on here, motherfucker. Get out.
Sorry.
With all that said, with all that said, he messages me after that and he says, "There's 2 boxes in there so you can ship the crystal balls." Just so you know, Olivia got the stuff out and then I threw that box in the fucking garbage. So I didn't even realize there's 2 boxes. I can get boxes all day from work. But yeah, so those boxes are in the trash because I was not going through them. I wasn't going to see what else was in there. Yeah, I'm not like I totally did. Don't treat Matt like dopey. Oh, dude, that was so fucking perfect. Where is that one? Is this one?
Oh, hey guys, it's Mothman again.
And Dopey.
No, you're not part of this one.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to clip that. I'm gonna have to clip that. Yeah, Jetman, jump and say, "Hey, Punk in chat. Thank you so much for the sidecar. I got it today. I had my stalker driving a grunt in the sidecar." You're welcome, Jetman. Like I said, that was given to me by my buddy Greg. He gave me that one. He also gave me a gray one. I'm not gonna use that one ever. So I said, you know what? You mentioned it. You were asking about it. You know what? Take care of it. The Gatling gun goes on there. Like if you looked at Tony's, when Tony bought it off Greg printed up the actual gun. I don't have the gun. The Gatling gun just goes on it. So that's all you get with it. Okay. So I hope you enjoy it. Have fun with it. I know you messaged me. You did message me. I saw it, but I've been so fucking busy. So anyway, we got Lunchbox Killer in here. All right. And just Jeff jumping in here saying, "Evening. I haven't seen you in a while, Jeff. Hope everything's going well." All right. So it's Sunday, not Monday. And, well, I can do things a little differently. I mean, technically, I can do things any way I don't fucking want. It's my own channel. But I figured it's New York Comic Con. I said, let's have a couple people on. So I asked my moderators, and we have Mamu Nestor. I totally blanked on your name, Matthew. And I'm like, I'm going to say his fucking YouTube name because anyway, thank you. And as you know, I have 2 moderators. And because Hella Dope Toys doesn't go live anymore, he's free on Sundays. Ed Action Figs, thank you for joining me. And I don't know if you heard me when I started. The Ghost Viper made it here. And I was excited because I could see where it was at. and I had 3 packages that were supposed to, or so I had 2 packages that were in Pontiac, Michigan, which means next stop is Mount Clemens, and one made it over, and the other one made it after it shipped. So I'm like, you motherfucker. And I knew it because you can see the tracking. And the worst thing about it is it's saying due by the end of Saturday. I'm like, motherfucker, she's not going back to get it.
No.
This woman, like, she'll see me, so nice, and she'll be like, didn't get any packages today.
My mail lady comes to my door. She's like, I don't want to leave your packages when it's raining. I'm like, just throw. I have a mudroom. I'm like, this door is always unlocked. Just throw them in the mudroom. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. So then when I'm home and she knocks on the door, she's like, oh, sweetie, I got 3 packages for you. Hold on. I got a big one out in the car. I got to go still get that. I'm like, I'll be here.
This was a week from hell. Like I got anxious and I sent BBTS out. So is that what it looks like, huh? Maybe I'll see it on either Friday or Saturday when I get back. Or maybe I'll find one in store. Who knows? I know we're not getting them here. I really do think that
I found 3 of them in the store the first day I went to look. So
now, okay, the store that you found it in, did it have that display?
yes.
I think the stores that got the display are getting this stuff.
Yeah. So they had just restocked the display, and they hadn't restocked it for forever. And then all of a sudden, on that Friday, they had fully restocked it. There were no crystal balls, but they had that. They had all of the Night Force and Mad Marauders 2-packs. They didn't have Budo, but I mean, they fully stocked that entire space.
We only have one. I've only found one out of like 15 Walmarts that I went to that had that, and I didn't want to drive out there because it's like if it seemed like they were coming to other ones, I'd show up, I'd go looking, but I'm just like, right. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, mine's been keeping that display pretty stocked. I mean, the Mattel side is packed. I mean, there's just
and then the Star Wars stuff is packed too, because nobody's buying it. But
Transformers it still looks the same as when they put the display up.
So there was one location near me, it's kind of across town or whatever. They on Monday instead of Friday. On Monday they had, the Friday before actually, they had 6 of them, and they were right across from the bike section, where some of the Joes are kept now because they moved them around the corner in a lot of locations. So they didn't have the display, but they had the Ghost Vipers.
Yeah, I gave up. So quickly, we have Hustle SM jumping in here, and then also Action Joe Figs, and he says, "Hey Ed, brother, how's it going?"
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You gotta understand, man. I never even saw these assholes before.
I love that. And then Sean Tate. Have we seen Sean Tate before?
Well, he knows that you're in Denver.
Do you have the line? I actually do have the Lions on. I feel like I know that name, but I also see so many people that don't show up live that are also making comments. And
he's been here plenty of times. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I knew that.
Just seeing how fast you were, Matthew. That's
have you noticed that?
Or should I call you Mamu Nestor, since someone can remember your fucking name?
Well, since
I've never heard him use your screen name, actually.
I can't remember his screen name.
So, and for whatever reason, whenever I log on to your channel, it automatically brings me on stage.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he's got a sign on, right? That's you're the second seat, so
right. Yeah. So I've got host privileges and stuff.
Yeah.
So
if you've noticed, when I've been playing since I started that, you'll see me doing this because I'm trying to see if it's somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I see, I'm like, I'm all excited to do it. But yeah, so I haven't seen it, and I will stop because I did order another one because there's so many different options for it. It's one of those things where it's like, you know what? Let's see. There is so much stuff.
You don't have enough plastic coming in, so I mean, you might as well get some more.
Compared to some people, obviously not, because I've seen those
Oh
boxes.
yeah, that
coming in.
one picture we shared. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, Justin Bell.
Justin
Yeah,
Bell,
Justin Bell,
and I thought he was out of collecting GI Joe stuff and just focused on writing his books and stuff like that. But no, man, he piled up on the Monster Force.
Carlos wants to know: are Budo's swords on the wrong side?
Yes, yes, they are.
You got Cobra Commander jumping in here saying, Carlos says my local Walmart had the Slaughter Cup crossover set.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I've seen a couple of those have the Transformer 3.75 O-ring ones. Yeah,
Really, I haven't seen it. I mean, I have not seen. Which again, I said to Ed, this makes no sense because I live in Metro Detroit. I don't live in some hillbilly town where I have to drive 20 miles.
it is Detroit. So I'm just...
It's the suburbs
It's
of
urban.
Detroit.
It's urban hillbillies.
It just makes no sense. And I'm not, like, normally stuff's always shown up, but
Yeah.
there's been nothing. And that's with Walmart. Everyone else, I don't have a problem. Target, you find stuff, not a big deal. Look at this. Thanos jumping in saying, "What the
What's
fuck,
up?
Sunday? I have to drive to Ohio tomorrow." So yeah, and I wasn't gonna try and do that from my laptop. There's too much to be looking at because I always have something up here and I want to move shit around. So, and who knows if you don't get a good signal, right? Eric Thurman jumping in here. Jeff saying, "Hooray for Ohio!" If they could just level it.
Well, you
So
know,
anyway,
the
I
good thing
wanna
about you going to Ohio is that there's always toys in Ohio. Ohio always has everything.
Well, we're gonna see. And again, I did look and see how close it was to
Hella dope.
Hella Dope. Are they still around?
Yeah,
I keep pushing them. I know that.
well, Ted's doing everything right now because Aaron is laid up. So
I knew that he was hurt. I didn't know that it had gotten worse. So
well, he finally went to the doctor, and the doctor basically told him that you gotta stop for a while.
oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's no good. That's
he
no
tried
good.
manning. He tried manning his way through it, and it didn't work. So,
Usually
It's
doesn't.
his
but,
back,
you know.
isn't it?
yeah. Huh?
It's his back, right?
Yeah. I don't know what part of his back,
Yeah.
but I'm
Well,
assuming
like I
it's
said,
lower back.
I lived with a woman that's had 4 back surgeries and other issues with it, and I don't. Well, I don't agree to that because there was another person that posted like those people that say like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Hey, you don't know how much I hate my worst enemies. So. There's a lot of them. We got Derek Hoover jumping in here saying ramblings on a Sunday. Oh my!
Uh-oh.
Well, that's because it's Monday
This is-
Ohio Day.
This is an MS free zone too. Let's just be straight about that.
Well, I hear you catch MS easier on a Monday night
Hmm.
live stream than a Sunday, so I thought maybe I should switch it over.
I've been in Ohio.
And I also kind of want to see how Sunday might do because I'm not saying I would switch to Mondays, but all my boys they skate on Monday nights and they're like, you need to come out. I'm like, I spent 3 years building something, and I can't. We switched from Wednesday, and understandably, but I also want to say, listen, you guys switched from Wednesdays to Mondays because of Mitch going through his custody battle, right? And she knew that Wednesdays when he skated, so that's when she said you can have the kids on Wednesday. So, but she fucking died. She fucking died, so he should be able to switch up the days, right? I'm not joking. She literally drank herself to death.
Oh,
Did he drink her to death? I mean,
No.
make her drink?
He had kind of told me about some of the problems, and it's one of those sad things, and you guys will probably. It's one of those things where you're like, it's awful for those kids, and especially someone who lost their mother, and not like that, right? It's one of those things where like every kid should have both parents, but sometimes you're like, it might end up being for the best for their mental health, and I just made jokes about it. But he's not watching because he doesn't collect toys. And Mitch, if you are, I'm always here for you. Anyway,
First guy I'd go to with a problem.
I never said I was good at consoling. I'm just willing to console.
Oh, okay.
Or berate, whatever.
Great, yeah. Tell you how lucky you are.
Once I start crying on stream, then you know I'm serious. All right. Well, we have a bunch of stuff to get through. It's not all. It's the stuff that I normally go over, but I think most of it was shown at San Diego or New York Comic Con. So
There was so much stuff shown for sure.
and there's probably a lot that you're going to say you didn't show this, but I you know what I put in my slides, and of course we start with Motu. So, what do you guys think of this?
I mean, I don't collect Motu, but I think that looks pretty good.
It looks
Okay,
good for Beastman for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
back and everything. Yeah.
I mean, I do like the Beastman figures that they've come out with in Masterverse. So
now this is a 200X in
Mhm.
Origins form, right?
No, 200X in the Masterverse form, right?
Masterverse, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, why did I think? I thought this was Origins size.
No, look at the articulation. You
He's
can,
got
I mean,
elbows and knees, so it's got
Yeah.
to be Masterverse.
Well, they still have elbows and knees. But again, like I mean, I don't collect this, but I do think it looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Oh no, Derek says it is Origins.
that's what I thought. See,
Hmm.
maybe I should have had
thought it
him
was
on to talk fucking Motu.
I thought the 2000X stuff was Masterverse scale sculpt style.
Like Thanos copter.
Okay.
See, look at
Well,
I'm not the only
We're
one. that
not
can be
Motu
fucking
guys
around.
here. I
Yeah.
don't review the slides.
I mean, the only
What was
Motu
that?
figure?
Wait. What was that?
I don't go through all the graphics before the show.
You know what's funny? When I was watching that or listening to that, I can remember exactly what copier I was listening to watching it, and I'm like, I fucking need that.
Yeah, no kidding. The only Motu that I picked up in forever was the Skeletor Mumra figure because I needed a Mumra figure for my 4-inch Thundercats from that series.
Oh, I have those. Well,
Those are good.
Andrew had those.
Yeah.
If I called him in and asked him about that, he'd still go off on a rant about why they canceled it.
Yeah. Oh
Like-
man, it's so dumb. I mean, that show
Oh.
was so good.
It was. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That show was really good. There's no doubt about that.
And it pissed me off even more that they teased the Silverhawks and everything else too.
Yeah. And it was, again, it followed the same premise, but it was a different story.
And it was really good.
Yeah. So, and it's one of those ones like I'll never go back and watch it because I know it just ends. Like those are the things that you're bitter about, like TV shows that you're like, I'm never gonna watch it because I know they canceled it. I'll never go back and watch it. I enjoyed
Almost
it so
Human
much.
and Defying Gravity were two amazing shows that were canceled, and they were so awesome. Carl Urban was in Almost Human, and they just canceled it just because.
And I miss both of those, so I'll never watch them. All right, so yeah, but again, I enjoy how this looks. I have no reason to want to get it, but I'll tell you what, if what they're doing with what Mattel is doing with Master of the Universe, if they do this with DC, I think we're all going to be much happier
Oh yeah,
than what McFarlane does. And please, if anyone from Mattel is watching, I know you're not, 6-inch. I'm scared they're going to be 7 inches, but I would do you think it'd be a mistake if they went 7 inches? I mean, I know women love it, but
I don't think it would be too much of a mistake. There's still a pretty significant market for those 7-inch figures. I think
I
a lot
agree.
of people would prefer the 6-inch, but I don't know how that weighs out. And
Yeah,
if they
it's-
wanted to do something different than McFarlane, they would do the 6-inch to make you rebuy all the same stuff again.
that's
It's
and
going to be
knowing
a
that
struggle because you got a very loyal McFarlane fan base, right?
Yeah,
But you also have a lot of guys that would collect them if they were in the 6-inch scale to go
Yep.
with their Marvel Legends and GI Joe and everything
It's-
else. So
it's much easier to justify picking up a $25 or $30 Batman to fight Captain America rather than go get a Mezco or one of these other ones that's in the $100, right?
But they have some decent, wrestling figs, and all those figures are scaled correctly. Like they make, the bigger guys bigger and the smaller guys smaller, right? So I mean, if they did something like that with the DC line, made Robin in an actual small scale and Batman a tall scale, I mean, they probably do really well.
Yeah.
They're going to be 3.75. Only if they're Tron figures.
Oh man, that's gonna stick in a lot of people's craw for a long time, I think.
I don't know. What do you mean? So Thanos says, and again, I know we're way off. It'll probably be 7-inch. It would fit with the mask, and that's my thinking.
Yeah.
That they're already doing 7-inch figures. I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the wrestling figures were 7-inch scale. So I'm not sure about that.
I don't really know. They're like, I have one that's 6.25 and one that's like 6.75. So
right. Yeah.
Okay.
They're kind of that it doesn't really have a scale. That's like a 6 to 7-inch scale is really where that is, because they make the characters as big as the wrestlers are.
Yeah, but they are slightly larger than classified scale.
Yes.
So
yeah.
So I mean, to me, if I was someone at Mattel, what I'm looking at is going, all right, if we stick with the 7-inch, there's a lot of people that be like, I already have the McFarlane, even though we know that it's going to look way better. And I know we're looking at He-Man. I don't know what we're talking about it, but if you scale it down, you also can go look what Marvel Legends did to do their game reverse to fit against the Street Fighter.
Yep.
It's really smart because now those game reverse usually sit on shelves doing nothing, and now everyone wants them. But okay, let's go to He-Man.
Well, but I mean, they are reissuing characters that haven't been done in a little while, and they're making tweaks to them that some people like. I don't like all of them because they're the color tweaks, but but they're still making decent stuff.
Thanos says, I'd prefer them to do a 6-inch because Marvel Legends crossover potential, and that's my whole thing. Like that right there, you are grabbing people that have been saying if they scaled with my Marvel Legends,
right?
I'd buy them.
Thanos, I am scared to think of what you're going to do with that Daphne Jada Scooby-Doo figure. I'm just saying.
With Scooby.
I mean,
we can't talk about that here. You can do that on his own channel. So anyway, we got this 200X He-Man.
And you love the sword.
Dude, am I the only one that hates the sword?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, again, I don't know. Motu guys, do people hate it? I hate the sword. I think it looks awful. And it kind of looks like I was about to say a spider, but it looks more like a crab.
It looks like a crab for sure.
But again, I think you probably have enough master or swords of power that you could actually just swap it, right?
Right. Yeah.
But I do like this. I think it does look pretty damn good. So what do you guys think of this?
I mean, I think it looks good for what it is.
Yeah. I know we don't collect them, but again, it's weird. You cannot collect something and still enjoy how it looks. And this Shocker Ninja Marvel Legends 6-inch. Dude, I'm sorry, but
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You gotta understand, man. I never even saw these assholes before.
okay, we've never seen this name, right? I would remember the Shocker and Ninja combined.
Shocker Ninja.
Because ninjas aren't real, but if you know what the Shocker is,
yeah, right. Yeah,
you're a doctor. You know what the Shocker is.
Those are his first comments, as far as I can tell.
All right, so we nailed it. Again, I hope they're 6-inch figures.
And what Thanos was saying earlier, yeah, I agree. Mattel has some headway to make with articulation. I know they've done some advances on some things recently, but if they take over DC, they need to have top-notch articulation. Otherwise, people aren't going to buy them.
They're not going to be worse than McFarlane. Can we all agree with that?
No, we can't, because I've seen some Mattel stuff that's really bad.
Yeah, even some of their wrestling like Ultimates, which are their most expensive wrestling figures, are not. Their articulation cuts are there, but it's loose. It doesn't.
I feel like
it doesn't
okay.
bend right. It's wonky.
Okay, I guess if you're looking like that, I was thinking that like the WWE controls more of that. I know they design them, but I feel like they control more of what they do with that. The wrestlers should be. I mean, they should have good articulation.
They have like the cuts are there. It's the way the articulation is actually designed and implemented is the problem with the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Does this one look like He-Man's dancing with the sword?
I mean, he's shaking his booty.
That looks like one of those like merengue moves or something. Sliding that foot back. Gonna stick that sword in his mouth instead of the rose.
Yeah, so this is how I knew that it was. I mean, I thought that's what it said, but this is Cartoon Collection. Again, I like the fact that they said, "Hey, we have these other, we have these other iterations. Why not just put them in and do something completely different?" And that's what they've done. And I know a lot of people have a problem with it because it wasn't what we had as kids. But then the same people are the ones that bitch that that they just live off nostalgia. So,
hey,
right.
Sergeant Reds is joining us.
Yep. He just who they just have in. They said they just had someone in the store today.
Yep, special guest. Don't remember who it was, but
someone from one of those zombie movies, and all of them dressed up. Linnea Quigley.
There you go.
What's she from again? And they all put the outfit on. Not, I thought John was being pretty bold having D wear it, but then when I saw John actually put it on himself, it's a bold move, Cotton. It's a bold move.
Let's see how that works out.
I had to put Stratos in here.
It's a good figure.
I always love Stratos.
Yeah.
Okay. Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Demons. Okay.
Stratos actually looks really good.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I didn't know that he had calf blasters though.
I mean, they can do whatever, right? I mean, he's got to fly somehow.
It makes sense.
I always thought he had wings to actually fly.
Oh, but he had jets on those wings. Even the original toy had jets.
I know, but I always thought he had wings. Like that's, and I know I look back at it now and I'm like, I thought he had wings. Yet here he has. I mean, he has more controls than the jump jetpacks for GI Joe. They just tell with their mind.
Hey, the original toy, they had a remote control. He could hold it in his hand. It was wired to the backpack.
Did they?
On the jump jet pad? Yeah.
Oh, that was the gun. I always thought it was a gun. Isn't it? It might be the controller, but
I don't know. I remember in the 25th anniversary, they made it a remote control that he would hold in his hand.
And in the cartoon, they just willed themselves. But then again, they just willed.
Yeah,
themselves.
they just flew like Superman.
Yeah,
holding their weapons.
They also willed themselves to fly F-14 Sky Strikers.
Well, yeah, any one of them could do that.
Once the jetpack takes you up in the air, what happens after that is just pure luck anyway. So I mean, it doesn't matter if you have control. I mean, it's G.I. Joe. It's a cartoon, Lawrence. Use your imagination.
Hey, they took Sky Strikers into space.
That's right.
That's darn right.
Even as a kid, I was like, "Is that possible?"
Hey, man, they took Veritex into space. Those were like Sky Strikers with boosters.
Yeah, but weren't those supposed to be made to go to space?
Yes.
But if I am correct, if I'm correct, they did refit the Sky Strikers to go to space.
Yes. Yeah, they did.
I mean, it's still bullshit.
Well, hey, man, technology is technology. It's just like magic, right? Do whatever you want.
Look, this guy can actually look up.
What?
Anyone
No.
Anyone from the classified team listening?
No. Nope. Nobody wants to put disc hinges in the upper part of the neck. Nope. That's not how you do that.
I would love to figure out why they changed that. It makes no sense.
It doesn't, because they think that it's like, oh, it's got more points of articulation, but it really doesn't. If you put the ball peg in the bottom part of the neck, sure, but the upper part of the neck should be a disc hinge.
And why do they change? Again, I know this is not GI Joe, but why do they change the size? Doing all these Operation Monster Force reviews,
Yeah.
everyone can use it, but them.
Yeah.
It's
Well, that's been a question since wave 2 of the line when they started changing the ball pegs on every wave.
and they've been different. It's
They all
not even
have
like they
everyone.
went from one to the other.
No.
There's
Yep.
multiple ones, and they're the only company that or only brand.
And it's even worse when they do like a Duke, and they have two different fucking ball pegs on them. Different
Yep.
the same character.
Even yeah, so it was Outback that I noticed that because
Yep.
Tiger Force Outback and regular Outback completely different pegs.
The Crimson Guard, and I believe the
retro
bats also.
Oh yeah, the bats. Each wave of the bats has been different.
Yes. Skunkworks is jumping in here. Look, he says, not a fan of the cartoon collection. Well, we didn't ask you. Probably wouldn't say that to your face because you're probably
With that
working
beard,
on
he
it.
doesn't have to be asked.
So this version of Cyclops, I'm not as big a fan about, but
I'm not either. And you meant Triclops.
yeah.
But I've always loved Triclops. I think I talked about it last Monday. He's just cool. Like
Right.
they didn't give too many eyes. He had 3 different eyes, right? They didn't try and be like a different one every single. Like, didn't they do that with many faces after a
Yep.
while? He was
Yeah.
just always had a different face no matter what.
Oh yeah, but the toy always had the 3, so and he originally went between just those 3.
Or maybe it was the Quincy. What were those Transformers?
Quintessence. They have
Yes.
5 faces, hence the name Quintessant.
Yeah, but didn't they have like a whole bunch of them? Maybe I'm just as a kid. It seemed like there was more. Boba Fett Gaming jumping in here saying, "Remember Fast and the Furious? Put a fiery in space." I've missed every single Fast and the Furious.
Oh
and
man,
I feel good about that.
man, 5 is good. 5 is really good.
I've never watched a single one of those.
Because I'm missing 1 through 4, I'm gonna miss 5 too. Yeah, I always like the Triclops. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this green on him.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the piping on or the tubes on his vest or the stuff on his legs, but there's something about it that I'm like, I don't care for him as much.
Yeah,
I mean,
those little
he's-
like leaves on his thighs just like seem out of place.
They do, yeah, they really do.
They're like, what the hell is that? I don't understand.
And here he is fencing. He's in a fencing position as he
Oh
backs up.
God,
Oh, he's on guarding with He-Man in this pose. That's what it is.
no, He-Man was definitely doing a booty dance.
Yeah,
there, so,
He man was up with a tango. That's for sure. Anyway, I think these look good. They're a lot of fun, and I'm glad for the people that are getting Masters of the Universe.
yeah.
I was told we don't get anything in GI Joe, so it's a little disappointing that Motu guys get stuff, but GI Joe fans get absolutely nothing. So, all right, let's talk about Tron. What are your guys' feelings?
The movie was a disappointment.
Is it really?
I've heard both sides of the movie. Some people that I know really liked it that are total nerds, and other people that really are nerds didn't like it very much. So
Yeah, so there are so many plot holes. It's frustrating, and things that they left out, and stuff that they could have made so much better. But as far as these go, these are going to sell a couple thousand, so they're not going to do real well. Because
these will be Ross's.
they will be, because Tron has never been popular.
Nope.
Retrospectively, people have had affinity for it.
Yeah.
Even Tron Legacy, it took about 8 years before people like saying, "Oh, that's really awesome," and they really liked it. So it's never popular when it comes out. And the best thing that the Legacy had was the soundtrack too. The soundtrack was amazing.
So Darth
The only reason
birthday-
the movie's doing as well as it is right now is because there's not a damn thing else in the theaters.
Well, there was nobody in my theater. There were less than 12
Yeah.
people in the theater when I saw it.
So Darth Burke is saying, I can't wait for these figures to go on clearance for the heads. Love Tron Legacy. So
Yeah,
I thought Tron Legacy was awesome.
yeah, I did too. I like
And
it.
then Was this an actual continuation of that movie, or do they ignore it?
It's a sidequel. So yes, it comes after all that, but they pretty much ignore everything that happened in that movie.
So let me ask you this question.
That's what's frustrating about it.
All right. So here's my question: is why do people want to put Jared Leto in any fucking movies? Because every fucking role that he's in, he fucking ruins the movie.
I don't think it's him. I have seen him perform, and I think he's a good actor. I think he's been given shit roles, and he just takes them because people are offering him, and he's like, "Oh, this is cool. This has potential." But he always ends up playing the same character, and that's the wannabe Jesus.
Yeah, I think Leto does better in like a dramatic style movie, and he's trying to do these like, you know, geek dumb movies, and it just doesn't work for him. He needs to stick. He needs to stick with the shit like Brad Pitt does. That's where he needs to stay.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that his Snyderverse version of Justice League, that version of Joker that was in that movie, was probably one of his better performances.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but
he got to play himself. That's basically him.
Yeah, I guess so.
But then you hear about the stuff. You hear about the stuff that he did on set, trying to be in character the whole time, and it was disgusting behavior. Like that's like there's one thing to act like that, but when you're sending like condoms and like whoa, wait a minute, like when did I'm sorry, like Joss Whedon was mean to people and they fucking got rid of him.
Yeah, but I mean that's Daniel Day-Lewis does the same thing. You know, Christian Bale a lot of times will do the same thing. They immerse themselves in the character role and try to be all dramatic or whatever. It's a process. Not saying it's good or bad, but it is.
Jim Carrey did it when he was Andy Hoffman, right?
But that was freaking scary.
When you hear about like him sending like not used condoms, but condoms with stuff in it, and like that's crossing a line. Like that. First off, I don't. Why you would even do that?
So's John Barrowman walking into women's dressing rooms and putting his thing on people's shoulders.
But we're not talking.
But he's a gay man, so it's okay.
We're not talking about him.
But it's the same thing. Actors are doing weird stuff all the time.
Yeah, well, I agree. So there are some Tron figures that were at Disney when I was there a couple years ago that I thought were pretty cool. And I would have, I think they were like $60. They were expensive, but they looked pretty cool. I really like Tron Legacy. So I found this odd, and I feel like, can we all agree this is Disney saying we want this out?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's like, okay, you want to have our signature on something, you want to have some of our lines. Well, you have to do something with Tron, and that's why Hasbro did what they did too. So.
And I think that's where the Indiana Jones comes from. Though I think people wanted the Indiana Jones, and you notice the Star Wars brand got it. So I feel like this is tied into Lucasfilm, right?
Oh yeah.
Because why else would they get it?
Indiana Jones is never sold as far as the figure goes. Like people like Indiana Jones and they like the movies, they love the whole adventure thing, but the figures, no matter what wave they come out in, have never done well. Even back in the 80s when the line came out, it didn't do well.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it's you can just tell this is forced down with Hasbro. And we're gonna have other YouTubers and they're gonna whine and bitch and go, this is what they do. Well, they're forced to. And again, I think we're all in agreement. Star Wars and Marvel Legends, or Marvel in general, there's more than just the 6-inch figures. Those properties are worth way more than just the adult collecting that people talk about.
Well, for sure.
So Sarge says not enough characters to do a good line for indie.
I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of characters, and there's several versions of each one of them that you can do.
The problem is like the adventure series they just did, right? It was almost all guys in suits. I mean, as a toy line, that just doesn't work.
No, yeah, and I agree. And they tried to entice it with the artifacts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, if you got all of the adventure series figures, you have all the characters from Indiana Jones. So that was the only line that pretty much completed all of the movies.
But again, what happens when you add a character because you need him for a scene, right? You have all these people whining and crying. We look at Star Wars and they do the same thing, right? They give you a character that we've never had before because you need to, finish the bar scene. And they're like, who asked for this? And they're throwing a fit like you're like little babies. So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because you have to focus in on a collector. But Hasbro says it has to be foreign out.
Back when Hasbro was doing Power of the Force, they were talking about how they were going to try to release every character alien that was ever on screen, because that's what everybody wanted back then.
Yep.
So
yeah, and they tried their hardest, and they got pretty deep into the roster.
They got pretty deep for sure.
So these figures here are all from Tron Legacy, correct?
Yes.
Which, am I not the only one that thought that was kind of weird? They ignored Tron Legacy. At least that's what it seemed like. Yet they're doing figures from it.
What do you mean they ignored Tron Legacy?
You said that they completely, they pretty much ignored.
Oh,
Tron
in the
Legacy
movie, in the current movie, yeah. Well, I don't know if they had the rights for anything from Ares. I don't know if they wanted to do anything from Ares because they didn't know how well it was going to do to begin with. So they said, "Oh, people like Legacy. We can get some nostalgia because it was 15 years ago or whatever."
Has it been that long?
It's pretty darn close. It was 10 years ago? I think it's 10 years. But yeah, man, it was forever.
And Disney has to do something. Disney has to do something because they have that whole ride there.
Yeah. Well, so they want this. It's 2010, so 15 years ago. They want this to be successful. They want Tron to be successful, and it never has been. It never has been.
So, but anyway, these are the 6-inch figures. Not something I'm interested in. Not to mention they're going to be a smaller scale because they're done by the Black Series.
Oh yeah,
Black Series team.
It's like Robo was saying in his review yesterday, though. They're set up just like the Marvel, whatever the hell they were called, the figures that never sold. They're just custom fodder. If you're a customizer, the bodies are great. The heads are great for customs.
The Eternals.
Yeah,
this figure right here
and Shang-Chi.
This figure here looks like movie Snake Eyes.
Yeah. It really does. I mean, if you wanted to make a custom Rinsler figure, you could have done it with movie Snake Eyes and pop the Baroness motorcycle helmet on top of it.
Give him a bike and he could be Street Hawk.
Oh man,
there you go.
All right. So, what do you guys think about this?
This is the biggest. We're not going to do shit for you, but you're making us. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to see how many people are really interested in Tron and how many people are in 3.75. If they were serious about relaunching the 3.75 line, they would be doing G.I. Joe. They would be doing stuff that was unproduced from G.I. Joe. And I 100% agree with that. And the fact that you're using Tron, it's like, who cares? Let's try it.
But these are 3.75 figures, but they're not O-rings. They're highly detailed.
Oh, yeah.
4-inch. They're not 4-inch figures. They're 3.
This is a test to see if these figures do well enough.
Aren't they though? Because they've got the rivets in the shoulders and the elbows, and they're painting over them, and they've got. I was pretty sure
think that they're.
Definitely not O-ring.
That's not O-ring.
Okay.
That's modern.
Yeah. Okay. I was looking at a different set then because I saw rivets in the shoulders and in the elbows.
This is Hasbro's way of saying, look, no one cares about 3.75, so let's not worry about that anymore.
Well, I mean, they've been raising their prices on
need a
vintage and everything else. Yeah. Yeah, that price is too high.
And then the price point.
Yeah.
The price point of where is it at? I have it up, but
it's $260.
Yeah,
275, something
275.
Yeah, 260.
260
for 5 figures and 2 bikes.
And a display
those bikes
piece.
look ridiculous.
It's a display piece.
Oh
too,
yeah, and
so.
a display. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't forget
the bones. Don't forget the bones. I mean, cardboard. I mean,
printed clear plastic with supports.
It hasn't even hit 1,000 backers yet.
Yeah, someone just said it had 800. Sergeant Red said it had 875 right now.
875. 43 days left though.
Yeah.
What
I don't
is
think
this?
there's enough. I don't think there's enough Tron love for that.
Yeah, I mean, 175 maybe would be the top, so I would go for that because of the bikes and the pieces and stuff. But I don't know. I wouldn't.
So quickly, Die Hard 3.75, saying like the Star Wars Vintage Collection.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You gotta understand, man. I never even saw these assholes before.
I thought that the Vintage collection was based after the 4-inch stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, the vintage collection is the 4-inch stuff, and that's what he's saying because it's not O-ring or it's not retro, right? So it has the new articulation, but they've also just jacked up the price to that, so you're paying $20 for a figure instead of 14.
But they specifically say 3.75, which means you scaled it down, and you're going to try and get this highly articulated, which is maybe the reason why the price is so high. And dude, we're getting hit. I'm sorry, guys, but you might as well just be quiet. Tron equals zero toy fans, pretty much. And
wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You gotta understand, man. I never even saw these assholes before.
And don't talk yet because what's going on? Because we got a whole bunch of new people.
You're on Sunday
here.
night, man.
Yeah, Sunday night.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You gotta understand, man. I never even saw these assholes before.
Hey,
I'm
I'm telling you, hey, no, you're wrong because the last person you pulled up had commented on a lot of other streams.
Ooh,
I've seen the last person for sure.
Dominic Johnson?
Yeah, Nowhere Manchild. He's all over the place, man. He's in everybody's stream. He's another Jeff, right?
Has he been here before?
Yes, he has.
I'm looking right now. Channel activity. Mine's just sitting there with a spinning. Anyway,
he's been
in a box office
been
for
here
Tron Ares. So there aren't enough Tron. It tells me nothing. So I don't know. I literally have the spinning wheel of death.
Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch on there because I know he's been here before because I know him personally. He's here. He comes down to the shows here in Texas. So,
I just want to play that. Anyway.
Punk just wanted to play his clip because
of course, he loves that clip. I mean, why not?
He just likes calling his viewers assholes without really directly saying.
This will help me remember the people that. Again, there's very little paint app to it. As a matter of fact, it's white and blue.
Is that what the actual figures are going to look like?
Well, I think so because this is what they used.
In the light room or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
What's up, Baldy?
Neighbors.
Baldy Box Reviews. Just quickly, I brought Baldy on because Baldy knows why I brought him.
Well, listen, my mom snuck out, or she went out, so I snuck down here. She went out to go get some, I don't know.
She went out to get smokes and ice cream, and she's not coming back.
She didn't go get milk, did she?
So she did go out to get smokes, but I think she's getting a nightcap too.
So Baldy was at New York Comic Con. Did you see these?
Yes, I did.
What was your thinking? What was your thoughts on them after seeing them in person?
Very, very cool looking. They're actually cooler looking than some of these pictures do justice. I don't know if they glow in the dark or light up or anything like that. And it almost looks like a mix of modern articulation and O-rings. Do you see, like, you can kind of see that around this, the torso and the hips and everything.
Yeah, I think that's why Matthew was saying that.
What's that?
I think that's why Matthew was saying that he thought they were O-rings, but I don't believe they're O-ring. But looking at these, they look like they might be.
They in person, they did not look like O-rings. They
okay,
right. Yeah, they looked more like a mix of the two styles. Yeah. That would work for me. Like, that would work for me if they brought that back. Hasbro could do it. It doesn't have to be O-rings, you know. I don't think
if it's GI Joe and you want to go 3.75, you have to do the O-ring. If you do the modern 4-inch, then that's fine too. Though they're doing 6-inch, they're like Super 7. You can do the O-ring.
Yeah.
Well, here I think they're trying something here where they're giving the aesthetic of both. Do you know what I mean? They're giving that O-ring aesthetic. Now I could be wrong, but looking at them up close, they look like they were articulation. You can even see, and I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see.
You know exactly where you're pointing at, Zen. Exactly.
You could see the thigh cut. Do you see that?
Mhm. They also have ankle or boot cuts or something in there too, I think.
Yeah.
Now, are you pointing at where the action figure hurt you?
That's the only place I point.
So Tech 489. It's not that O-rings suck, or it's not that O-rings are good. It's that if you collect the G.I. Joe O-rings, just like the 5 POA Star Wars figures, you like to have that to add to your collection so they stay with the same aesthetic. It doesn't mean that you can't update them and give them swivel wrists and stuff like that. We've all talked about this, but I'm happy with my 6-inch figures.
Yeah, I actually really like the way these turned out. Like, they are cool, but this is the wrong property. I don't think it's going to fund.
Well, what do you think about the price point on this HasLab with what's included?
It's not good.
No, yeah.
It's not good.
No.
So I don't know what they're doing, because what they're trying to launch is this new, I think it's called Project 375, right?
Yep.
So they're trying to bring back the 3.75 figures, but I don't know if this was the way to go about it.
Definitely
not.
not.
The right property and way too high of a price for that.
But can we all agree, if you're going to bring back the 3.75, how do you not go with G.I. Joe?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If you went with, like, if this is an O-ring and you want to do a 3.75 modern articulation, go with the G.I. Joe. You already have all the figures lined up ready to go, and you know that there is a community for it, and all you have to do is, I guess, update some of the vehicles.
Well, even a Star Wars, the vintage collection would be a better suit to show off a new 375 design than Tron.
Right.
You're right. And I mean, you're 100% right. Tron is, you talk about like 375 or G.I. Joe or toy collecting in general, action figures. It's niche. This is niche upon niche upon niche.
So somebody who set it up to fail, because there's no way that this can succeed because the property's too small.
Yeah.
So
it's like you said, Disney said they had to do something, and this is probably
to me
them obeying orders.
Like, this works if you have G.I. Joe booming, just like the Ghostbusters O-ring. It's like, hey, you know what? We're just gonna make a few of these, and it's gonna be for Ghostbusters fans. But if you have G.I. Joe and it's booming, you just kind of say, hey, you know what? We're gonna do some Tron figures, and you don't have to mass market and make too many of them, because this here, if this is what you're trying to launch a new use of Project 3.75, well, I guess they've already seen what happens with the Sky Striker, but don't do the Sky Striker again.
Yeah.
Right.
So do Mask. Mask would make one 3.75.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to throw a vehicle in there.
Yep.
That would have sold. I mean, because then one, you're already you would be bringing it to an aesthetic that we all wanted as kids.
Yes.
And then you would be expanding the Joe universe by doing being able to add those vehicles to already a 40-year existing world building, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then if it works, you can start reproducing O-rings, and you can tell Super 7 pretty much to fuck off again, just like you did when you let them have the Ultimates, and then you said, hey, look at our classified.
That's something I just don't understand. I get that they have a whole other team that handles licensing and partnering with other companies, right? I mean, because who made the the Joe figures like that Screaming Duke Mafex.
Mezco.
Mezco. So like it does make sense to license it out and get different interpretations, but the O-rings, I would keep that in house. You know,
and they wanted to for the longest time. And the only side that's making O-rings in Hasbro is the Transformer side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interesting that the basis for the success of the company in the 80s, 90s, and they're throwing it all away and they don't want anything to do with it. They licensed it out, but now they're trying to pull back on it and say, hey, we can still do some of this.
But
nobody has the heart to do it.
Hasbro, since the early 70s, mid 70s, when the Adventure Team was out, has been shitting on the G.I. Joe brand, even though it's been making them money. It has always saved their asses every single time when they were
every time
for 60 years.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. Mark Hartnett says these Tron figures actually hurt my eyes.
I will say in person they're much better looking. This right here does not do it justice. This looks like shit.
And we've seen this before. Like we've seen where like they show something off and again different iterations, and not just Hasbro, but other. And you're like, that doesn't really look that good. And then when you get it in hand, you're like, I'll go back to the Mezco Destro. I'm like that stupid grinning face. I'm like, I will never use that one. And then I got it, and I was like, that's fucking.
No, man. Yeah, you got to use that one.
That's the one I use the most.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on off of Tron. And I know no one cares because no one's gonna buy these, but I really like these Star Trek figures. Matthew, I know you're a Star Trek fan. These look awesome. Whether you're collecting or not, they look like Star Trek.
If you have a Naselli figure in hand, I think that they do a pretty decent job of it. But they are shotgunning everything, getting properties, and just overloading a market. They're pulling a Super 7, and they're going to go bankrupt at some point, and things aren't going to happen because they're making stuff that people aren't going to buy.
Well, I think they're also overpromising what they can actually deliver on too.
Yes, yeah.
All right, so unfortunately, when I did the slides, Spock and everything that it came with is at the beginning of the Tron, so we're just gonna skip that. I saw this and I was like, I love it.
Yeah.
And Matthew, you knew exactly what this was the moment you saw it, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Does everyone else know what this is?
Yeah, that's in isn't that in Picard's room? Like all the Enterprise that came before.
When he smashes it because he's mad at what was her name about the Borg. She told him that he's scared.
Yeah.
And he gives one of the greatest speeches ever.
He gives so many great,
right?
No.
That was Star Trek. Well, it was it was First Contact.
Okay.
The second and only really good Next Generation movie. Even though I like Generations.
Darth Berkey wrote, "The line must be drawn here."
Yes.
No further.
He was very angry.
Yeah.
It's hard not to take that guy serious. He's such a good actor.
Yeah.
He is so good.
And we have just plain yogurt jumping in. Yep. The moment I saw it, I'm like, that's something I'll probably order just because it's like it doesn't have to be to scale to anything.
No, it doesn't. You can put it up anywhere, and it's in the background somewhere. And that's pretty cool.
What is that? Like, what is it?
It's a display.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's a display piece of all of the Enterprise that goes in the captain's ready room. So it's from Naselli, I think, right?
Yeah, from Nacelle.
Yeah.
Does it sell on? Is that a standalone piece or is it packed in with something?
I don't know. It's just a sneak peek of Wave 4.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it literally says sneak peek of Wave 4 at the top of the slide.
Well, maybe it'll have.
I did not read that.
Don't worry. Just so you know,
he doesn't review all the slides.
Yeah, see here.
I don't go through all the graphics before the show.
You have no idea how many times I want to play the shit I have when we're live, and I can't do any of it. No, yeah, this was from First Contact. I don't know if it was in the Next Generation, but it's all the different Enterprises.
Yeah, he's always had that in his ready room.
And
Yeah,
and after he hits
that's
it,
throughout the next generation.
yeah, and after he hits it, if I remember correctly, the Enterprise D is dangling off the string and it's just kind of turning. So, because this was when they had the Enterprise E, which
Yeah.
is still not as good as the D.
Right.
Then we finally got to see the pre-sale of this.
Whew.
Now these are what 7-inch figures.
Are they?
I think someone said they're
Okay.
7-inch figures.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now I am wondering how much the horse, like their prices are really low.
Well, I mean, they've got to lower it now because people wouldn't buy them at the other price range.
All right, Darth Berkey is saying it's the ships of the line. I think it's in the conference room. It's not in his ready room.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Darth
get it right,
Berkey-
Matthew.
Does it feel good to correct Matthew? Because I know every time I get to, I feel good the rest of the day. Unfortunately, you only have less than 2 hours before the end of the day.
I was thinking that it would be in a bigger room than his ready room, but you said that earlier, so I was just going with it. I didn't want to make you look bad. I'm just
Hey, you know. I don't pay attention to the slides. So I mentioned before, I love what they're doing with with all the accessories. If they're a decent price and you see them on clearance, like who doesn't want like some wood and an axe for
no. Everybody wants a William Shatner figure, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I
especially
want a price line, William Shatner.
I wanna be as energetic as William Shatner when I'm 85 fucking years old.
Yeah, man. I'll give him
95.
I was going to say. We were just looking at Mel Brooks. He's 99 years old.
He's going to be
about
100 years old real soon.
Yeah. He better fucking make it through that fucking space.
Yes, because I don't want to see Josh Gad's version of it. I want to see Mel Brooks's version of it.
Yeah. So anyway, here's how it's packed. That horse is not a large horse. All right.
that packaging is awesome.
I just want you to be able to see that you're getting all that stuff. That's all.
It's perfect, actually.
But yeah. Now this is from the cartoon, right? Matthew, you would know.
I can't see it that
like
well.
Lower Decks, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
I would not know a fucking thing about Kurtzman Trek because Kurtzman's the biggest hack, thief, piece of shit person that I've never watched any of his stuff. So
Tell us how you really feel.
I was just asking what it was from.
if it was from
you guys
anything
don't know?
Kurtzman Trek, I certainly wouldn't know.
All right. Well, there it is. That's how it looks. We'll move off this before Matthew loses shit and gets me demonetized. We have action figures so separately jumping in here, and we got Evil Dookie saying, "Holy shit! I thought I was seeing shit wrong and didn't realize it was live tonight." I'm gonna be in Ohio tomorrow, so I decided to do a live today, and Matthew pressured me to.
After he said he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it.
Hey, I had to ask permission, you know.
I'm just sneaking down here for like a half hour, so I might have to bolt.
Viper Scout says Lower Decks is awesome.
Hey, yeah, you take your own, whatever, man. Okay. I
All
like
right,
Nog. I think this DS9 version of Nog looks pretty awesome.
That's what I thought too. And look at all this. I love the accessories. And why does he have a shovel? Is that a shovel or is it a dog?
It's the shovel the horse shit.
It probably has to do with that one where they had to bury a bunch of people.
You know, Shatner ain't cleaning up after himself. Come on.
I love the fact that it comes with this Star Trek Next Generation coffee cup.
Is it?
Yeah, that thing with the base like that.
Yeah,
it's what you would have on a ship.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
If you're on a ship at sea, you would have a coffee cup like that
Yeah.
because it's less likely to tip over because of the ship rocking back and forth all the time. So they just kept that tradition and they used it in Deep Space Nine.
Okay. Carlos says we need a HasLab Klingon bird of prey, but it better come with 2 humpback whales.
Hey,
right on
go
that.
get the Playmobil version. The Playmobil version is amazing. I'm just saying, go get the Enterprise and the Bird of Prey from Playmobil. They're amazing.
Wait, did Carlos get his own username
Yes,
now?
yeah, he finally switched it over. He debated about it for a long time, but he finally got his own account, and so it's not Rachel anymore.
Not Rachel anymore.
I think he should have kept it Rachel.
He'll always be Rachel to me.
No, he'll always be not Rachel.
Not Rachel.
And here's Nog laughing at us making fun of not Carlos. It's perfect. Look at Nog. He's like,
Yeah, what if it's actually Rachel that's watching right now? That's Carlos.
here's the box. I do like how they show everything, especially if it's a horse.
Yeah,
Actually, that's solid packaging, to be honest with you.
Dude,
yeah.
Nacelle does. Again, I don't think Nacelle needs this company to survive. I think he does it because it's what he wants. I think they made their money
Clearly.
elsewhere, and they're like, hey, you know what? We can do some of this. So
Yeah, and I mean, when they said that, one of the first things that they started doing was the Expanse figures. I'm like, okay, these guys are doing stuff that they love to do. Yeah, and so I was excited about it because I would love to have Expanse figures, but they're really kind of boring action figures. But
Yeah,
I
don't-
love the series.
I don't think there was anyone that was like, yeah, there's a huge market for Expanse figures. So here we have Worf, and everything that they're doing. Is it safe to say that eventually they're going to have a whole ship that you can put together?
I mean, if they keep making pieces of it, sure.
That's
Because
what I'm saying.
if they're doing holodeck scenes with
Mhm.
characters, this is kind of cool.
It is. I
This
mean,
is a deep dive. This
It
is
is.
what fans of Star Trek would love to have. I think.
but they're,
Yeah.
they're doing a whole bunch of these guys already.
Yeah, that's
And
the
and
holodeck
the-
scene at the beginning.
my thing is that they're shotgunning so much. They're trying to hit all the properties to try and bring in as many people as possible to get tagged on some piece of the line of something that they
Yeah.
want. Because you look at the Playmates figures and people bash on them or whatever, but people are still picking them up because they're accessible, they're easy to get, and they made so many of the figures from all the different iterations.
yeah.
So yeah, this is where Worf has to walk the plank. And then we have what's her name?
Yeah, the traitor.
Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
And so why is she? Why does she have the big pot of chili from The Office?
I don't know, but that's amazing.
Don't you remember when they had the one scene and the gravity displacement, whatever the
Yeah, and she takes
whatever,
the mashed potatoes out.
and she
That's
takes them out of the,
Oh, so wait, is that what those? So I thought there was a mop because she's a woman and they wanted her to mop the floors.
those are the mashed potatoes that she pulls out of the pot when they're going
I-
through the kitchen looking for the killer, and you got one of the boots that doesn't belong on the web toad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember it now.
Oh, you know
Um,
what? Yeah, Mark just said. Mark Harkness said she vaporized it, so she shoots
Yeah,
the pot,
yeah.
and that's what's left standing.
Yeah. And then she has Perceptor. If only he was red, it'd make more sense. So Thanos, I believe these are based off 7-inch figures. I believe these are 7-inch figures. which
That's the
sucks. I think we
scale
said
that they've been going with recently.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
1/10, right?
Yeah. Seven.
Which
Eh,
nobody
ish.
wants. But they look awesome. Like,
I mean, if you want those figures, I mean, this is the place to go. This is the only place you're going to get them. So if this is your thing, go for it. But the market again is like a Tron market. It's not big enough to sustain it.
as long as Kevin from The Office doesn't have a phaser.
If they keep doing some of these deep dive scenes, though, I mean, the Star Trek fans will buy this stuff just for
Yeah.
because of it.
And
Yeah.
if not, there's plenty of people who will buy it just for the accessories.
But what I like so far is that the figures that they've shown off, even though they're not all from the same scenes, they're showing multiple ones from that scene.
Yeah.
So they're going to give them to you. And
Yeah.
Star Trek has never been an action thing. This is where you want to build like a diorama for it, you know? And she's from
Enterprise. Yeah.
I would not, I only know because the suit.
Yeah.
And she has her iPad with her. I mean, they have iPads then, right?
I mean, clearly there were iPads before iPads were there, right?
Yeah.
And there she is looking all sexy.
I'm glad she can pose with the hip hike thing going on, because otherwise, yeah, no go.
I don't remember this guy.
That's Spock's father. I mean, that's the Romulan from the first encounter with the Romulans that they had. That's Mark Leonard, and he was also played Spock's father later. But this is the Romulan.
Is this from the original series?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's probably why I don't remember. But I'm looking at like the computer or whatever that thing is. Now, clearly he gets less because he gets a big computer system.
well, I mean that him and his first person or whatever, they Balancetary, yeah, that's right. They had to control the ship that way, and Kirk had to trick him into stealing the cloaking device. Well, yeah, he played Sarek later. He wasn't Sarek here. This was a Romulan. So
If you were listening, Tony, you would have heard that.
He just wanted to try to prove Matthew wrong. He was just challenging.
What you don't know is that Tony is talking over all of us.
Oh, yeah.
All he does is talk over people.
So Tony called me the other day when he saw my comment on his Budo video, and he's like, "God damn it!" Because he knew he messed something up. He missed one little piece of it.
What did you call him out on?
Oh, I said, but for me, I'd have to flip the swords over so they're correct side up, so the curve goes up, and he just flipped the sides of it, and so the curves are down, and so it doesn't. You can't draw them right.
That would aggravate me more than being on the wrong side. Matthew, would that aggravate you more than being on the wrong side if they were flipped down?
It would not, because you can flip them down for certain draws, and if you're on horseback, it makes sense. But if you're walking around, it doesn't. So, but for me, I would have to flip them. But it's less annoying than them being on the wrong side.
So you're saying if Budo came with Kirk's horse, it would be fine.
Right? Yeah. Well, he's got the Nodachi, the large sword, and that's the perfect one to draw from horseback. So perfect. There you go.
All right. So here's the holodeck piece that you need to get into the holodeck. It seems a little low, doesn't it?
Well, so that's the arch, right? So that's like half off the ground anyway, right? So
yeah. So shouldn't be up.
There's probably another
on,
piece.
Yeah, it sets on other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part doesn't touch the ground.
Yeah.
When you go to the next slide, you'll probably see how it's packaged, but
No, not the next one.
well, whatever.
From see, now it looks like it's the right height.
Now it looks like the right height.
Yeah.
That's the limbo entrance, and this is the real one.
See, again, what I like about these is that, again, they're giving you all these different iterations to create different scenes.
Well, and everybody wants a Genesis device, so you have to get Dr. Marcus here. And then you got the wrong Kirk. They don't have the Kirk from this one. They've got the Kirk from Generations.
Not yet.
I know, but
But you can see
like
they're
the
working on
monitor.
Generations.
Look at the little monitor with people on it.
That's Sulu and or not,
no.
Chekhov.
That's Chekhov. That's Chekhov and the captain of his vessel that he's on, the Reliant.
Yeah.
Yes.
They get the earworms.
Yes.
Con.
And they killed off the black guy. It's so racist.
So racist.
Couldn't kill off Chekhov because he had to make it back to the Enterprise.
I mean, she looks awesome. This is one that I would really be interested in getting, just because of the accessories and.
Well, yeah. And here's how it's packaged. Just to have the computer and the Genesis.
She's got all these figures have swappable arms and torsos and everything else. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good setup.
Yeah.
And they're
Maybe like
not
Star
real
Trek.
expensive.
How much are they going for?
I
didn't
think
see
they're
it.
like $30.
That's not too bad.
Not bad at
these
all.
accessories.
So I could care less about Janeway, but
Yeah, but this is Janeway from a movie, isn't it, or something? I mean, she's clearly beat the hell out of here. So
Did she
Uh,
ever make it to a movie?
no, well, she was in bits of the movie.
yeah,
When she's the admiral. This is when they lost like power and it was really hot, so she's like sweating.
Oh yeah.
But it was the chair.
it's very specific. But
Like-
everybody wants it for the chair. The only reason you're going to get is for the chair.
They want the chair. They don't want the woman going through menopause.
Okay, so no, so
The Year of Hell.
Year of Hell episode.
This looks like right
Um,
before she gets in the power loader and
Got
fights
some
the aliens,
hardcore
right?
Star Trek.
Yes, it does.
Hey, Star Trek has some of the best nerds ever.
Yeah, I used to follow Star Trek pretty hardcore back in the day.
No.
I love the original series and Deep Space Nine. Those are my favorites.
So Alex Martinez says, would be awesome if Classified was packed with these type of accessories. This is what I've been saying about Marvel Legends. Like, start creating little accessories that may have nothing to do with the character, but something that you can start world building.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
I
how
mean,
many
that's
people are
cool.
buying police officers for ponchos and coffee cups? I'm just saying.
Well, Baldy, you had a very interesting question, and when we get to the GI Joe, I want to bring that up because you had a very interesting question. Do you have a time limit? Do you have to bolt?
I
He
probably
doesn't know when
have,
his mom's getting back.
yeah, I don't have too long, to be honest with you.
Okay. I'll just-
Actually, I hear some movement upstairs, so I might have to wrap it up in a few.
Well, okay, so quickly then, here I'm going to pull this off really quick. Then, you met with the GI Joe team, and you had some stuff. Now, I was going to,
Did
I
you
was
have a
just gonna-
prayer session with them?
yeah, I was just going to crop you out and then, highlight the things that were important. But you were in the middle, so it made it hard. Did you?
Can I say something about that video real quick? I had about a 45-second notice that we were going to do that. And there was this guy, Jamie, that I met, fan of all of our channels, follows, and he was just so nice. And he's like, "Hey, do you want me to hold a camera for you?" And I was
Well,
like,
I was wondering who
"Absolutely."
was holding the camera.
Yeah, so it was a gentleman named Jamie. He just jumped in kind of last second. If you really look at the video, it is cropped and zoomed in. There was all this space, this dead space above us. But to be fair, I gave him like a 15-second,
Yeah.
like, here, this is how you point, and it wasn't locked in a fixed position. So he still did a great job. Like, he did awesome for what it is, and I just really thank him for that. And I will say this too, he is such a fan of the line and what we do in Circle of Jerks that he gave me a Pythona for us to donate or to do a giveaway.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
we'll be doing that on Circle of Jerks pretty soon. I don't know if I want to do it as soon as Tuesday.
$5 a ticket. And then,
There's absolutely no cost to play this game. We're gonna come up with
$2.50.
we'll come up with some fun way to do this.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll have fun with it for sure. I want to do it before the public orders go up. So this way somebody gets it before and they don't have to be a Pulse member.
So if you only have so much time, let's jump to the GI Joe really quick.
Jump in.
All right, so pre-orders go up on October 14th. I'll be in Ohio. So if you're
you'll
gonna
be in
wait for my
Ohio.
Amazon, Ohio, I will try and get the Amazon links as soon as I can. I'll be taking a shit right after my lunch, I guess. You got to see all these figures in person. What were your thoughts seeing him in person? And do we know if he's taller or not?
He's 7 inches.
7 inches.
So he comes in right around the 7-inch mark. He's a great looking figure. Corny character, great looking figure. So I think a lot of people are going to be happy with this wave.
But see, I don't think he looks corny. Like you're right, like total corny character, you know, in
the cartoon movie.
In the cartoon movie, but I don't think here he looks like cartoony and stupid. Is that safe to say?
No, listen, when people get this in hand, they're going to love it. They're going to have a lot of fun. And again, shooting the galaxy, these scenes were amazing.
At
least they didn't reuse the starting lineup bodies for him.
I asked about that. So it didn't come out in the interview, but I did ask, and they said there's no retooling.
They're not allowed
not
to
reuse anything from starting lineup. That's a separate license.
Yep.
The hand was inspired by starting lineup, and the ball is glued in place.
Yeah.
Because there's the choke and hazard thing that they have to stick to.
I think it would have been better if they did the Tony the Tiger thing, but that's me.
But these are 4 and up. Remember that. These are 4 and up.
That's why.
Yeah.
I can tell you that Larry probably swallowed that ball with a hand on it or not. So I mean,
but I do have one of the starting lineup figures, and the ball is different. There's a lot of texture on this ball. So
nice.
And I love the story that it's telling. Like this he's going to play basketball, and he's going to take out these mole rats while playing basketball.
I love the slam dunk in the mole rat head. I love that.
Yes.
Shot.
That's a lot of fun. I mean, it is a corny character, and I don't know how you classify a character up like this, but they did a good job. I think a lot of people are really going to like it.
Yeah, right there.
I just wish he had his traditional haircut, or at least a head with the traditional haircut on it. But
yeah. Now they did confirm that is a starting lineup basketball.
Yes. Yeah.
They're not selling that. So
they're not selling.
Well, they did at one point.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're not selling it as a G.I. Joe thing, is what I'm saying.
Right.
But yeah, it was interesting. It's very interesting to see the difference in what the digital render is and what they actually showed off.
Yeah.
Now, shouldn't he not be touching the? There's his G.I. Joe shoes.
They're awesome looking too in person.
Sneakers.
So, shouldn't he not be touching their heads because aren't they contagious?
No, it's not like that. That's
well, why do they have a Geiger counter?
Well, that's not the way the Energon Contagion or whatever the thing is that they are. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
They haven't explained the story at all because they don't have any media to support it. So it can be whatever the hell you want.
Right. Well, I did ask them about that, and I did. I actually was talking to them right before we did our little impromptu interview, and I did say, I was like, guys, you obviously have a storyline going, whether it's just through the design process or not, but we want to see that story. You guys got to share this stuff. Like,
and that's probably one of the most frustrating things about not having file cards.
Yeah.
Well, and the only place that story exists is in Lenny's head.
And so Liquid Identity says Big Lob was taken seriously instead of keeping him a Joe character. And they did the same thing with Raptor, and they did the same thing with Crystal Ball, and it's working, right?
Right.
And I know there's people that think like they're just rehashing, nostalgia, and they are. I'm not saying they're not, but there is a new story that's going on. And if you read the stuff on Hasbro Pulse, when in the solicitations, it tells a little story. Like, you're already writing the file cards, and some of them already have file cards. Just redo them.
Yeah.
Tweak a little bit. But you're probably laying that person off anyway. So.
I do feel like he did. So he kind of laughed about it afterwards. I don't think he was supposed to say that. I think that slipped out.
So anyway, here's everything that we see that he comes with. I do like the new M4 platform. Do we know if this one shot grenade launcher is like a real gun, or is that something they just made up?
Ooh, I don't know. Is
Not a
Bees
weapons
here?
expert.
I bet you Bees could answer that.
Every grenade launcher that I've seen is slightly larger than that,
That's what I
or
thought,
a
too.
multiple format, like the rotating drum.
But he
or
comes
whatever.
with a grenade, and that's not the flashbangs that we have.
It
Right.
is not a flare gun. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and they did say that it's a grenade launcher.
Okay.
In the panel, they did mention that it's a grenade launcher. But yeah, and you can tell that he's a taller, sleeker figure.
Wait, hold on. If he can shoot basketballs that well, why does he need a launcher to throw a grenade for him? I wait, that doesn't make sense.
No. Well, the Lord, I guess that's their
Well,
way
in the
of.
cartoon, doesn't he do a hook shot into the tank
Yes,
or something with the
He
grenade?
does. Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
right into the automated laser thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here's your partner Ed. I don't know if he ever shows up on your show because he never.
He does random live streams or random videos at random times. Oh wait, he got to get that Wave 4 Crucible out.
So are they showing more of a headquarters for a reason?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know. Everybody can read into it if they want. It's a digital render.
What is he?
I mean,
jumping on?
if you get enough modular fortifications with steel core, I think you can build your own
Yes.
headquarters.
100%. Yes.
What is he jumping on here?
So that looks like. Remember with the Sky Striker, it came with the two pieces.
The missile. It looks like
Yeah.
the missile system without the missiles on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not making that. Hopefully.
No, if you go to Lifeline's
Did he
card
drop
back, there's another vantage point of that piece that he's.
Yeah.
I don't remember him dropping Quinn's name. I'm not saying he didn't. I just don't remember hearing that. And Chad Farr jumping here saying Lob's hair ain't right, and I gotta see Lob and Tunnelrat hanging after that bell before I can decide.
Right.
Dude, I
You
know
gotta
exactly
get them,
what he's talking
hugging
about.
each other. If they can't hug each other, it's not working. It's not working for me.
Those two figures are going to be night and day in height.
So
and you're right about the hair. I need that Big Lob hair. I need
Big
it.
Lob's got a tight fade, which is a little more modern. Big Lob 1987 has that nice fro that comes out on the side and on the top.
So let me ask you, Baldy, you saw these all in person, right? They all had them there.
Yes.
Did you feel better knowing that the helmet could come off so you could let Terry know that the helmet is not sculpted onto the head?
Yeah, you know what? I took a bunch of pictures and I just did not share them on social media. I was overwhelmed being there. There was just so many people, and so
As you
many
told me.
people, dude, attacked Lenny and Tony as they were putting these in the display. And I was like, I'll take pictures for myself, but these people were posting them right there. I'm not that fast, you know? So I knew other pictures would be up there. But they're great looking in person. Everybody's gonna love this duffel bag that he comes with.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Lenny talking about that duffel bag. It sounds really awesome. So
Did he
I'm
mention
excited.
anything about the holes on the side of the weapons? Or did anyone
No.
ask? Okay.
I didn't ask and he didn't mention it.
It's not a classified thing. It is an actual thing. It's how you can flip them and do weird shit with them with your index finger.
All right. So it is a real thing.
Yes.
Okay. And that's what because I know people have pointed out that it kind of reminds of the original classified early stuff.
Yeah, I
They
know,
did
but
away
that's
with
not
that
it.
stuff's long gone.
Yeah.
Other than
Well,
weapons they just
the
removed.
Ghost Vipers.
The
Came
Ghost
with,
Viper.
the Ghost Viper came with original troopers.
I know, why can't they remove the peg?
Just take off the damn peg. Okay.
But-
Come up with a couple of blast effects that go on top of that. I'm just saying.
So from what I can see, for the most part, he comes with everything that people wanted, other than his rifle is a little different. But people were more like, he has to have the bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
The,
Right?
the bag's important for sure. And he's got it.
You have the machete on it. I think it's a machete. It's a big knife. But I think it looks awesome.
The original bag, you could crank the strings through, right?
And didn't, I mean, I don't know if it was on yours or somebody else's, but Lenny did talk about that there is string and it does go in the bag and it does wind up and it hooks onto the grappling hook. And so that's all play features like the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carlos says that's not a grenade launcher. It's a t-shirt launcher.
There you go. It's got to kill Ned Flanders.
Carlos, when you get into the future, let us know. It's really cool here. So, here's what we get with the digital renders. And people, and I'm not saying there's anyone here, but if you're watching the replay, don't lose your mind because you think the helmet or something is molded onto it. Like, we're gonna see the real version, and here's the real version of it, right?
Yeah.
There's been no figures that the helmets don't come off unless if it's a full mask, right?
Yeah.
What is the thing next to the knives?
That's the wind up thing that goes in the bag that winds up the rope from the grappling hook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's the winch.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a winch, not a wench. A wench is what most of you are married to.
Not me.
Not me. Is she right there, Baldy?
That's not my wife for sure.
I think this figure looks good. I know some people are upset with the rifle because the grip is backwards and the iron sight is too low, but they're toys.
And quite honestly, that's the only gripe that I really have with this figure from everything that I've seen, even from the render. I didn't have as much gripe with other people, but that foregrip being reversed and it not being a Colt 9mm submachine gun, I would want something a little more compact for somebody who's climbing mountains. But
and again, I showed you that Top Fun gun anyway that you can.
Yeah, but you didn't send me the link, so I know that because it's not on his website, so I don't know.
And I if I'm wrong, you can call me out, but hold on.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You gotta understand, man. I never even saw these assholes before.
Wolvie was definitely here before.
Really?
And he's a channel member, so yeah.
Well, it could have been donated. I don't
even
remember.
mentioned the fact that you couldn't say his name last time. All you called him was Wolvie.
Did I?
Yes. Maybe not the last time he was on, but one of the times he was on recently, he said something about that.
I did. Okay, I'm going to disagree. The classified all strikers a lot of fun.
Hey, you know what? It's one of those that I had to cancel on a bunch of other stuff, so I don't know. And there's a lot that didn't excite me about it. So
I'd love to see someone twirl that big ass knife on that ring. I mean, the small knife with the ring makes sense. The big one.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ed.
It looks like something out of that, like Predator, like one of those
a couple
guys.
of fingers with that shit.
One of those guys would do it,
It's just so you can protect your index finger when you're punching somebody with it, right?
But I think the all striker is nice, and I refuse to bow into the I gotta buy gridiron for everything.
Yeah, I know.
I think. And I've said this before, I think some people are so determined to buy gridiron stuff, they don't bother to look at how wonderful stuff the classified team is giving them.
I can tell you from a guy that doesn't buy every single classified figure or even a lot of them, the weapons and accessories that they've been putting with the last couple waves, at least that I've picked up, have just been miles upon miles better than they used to be. I mean, just
they definitely improved for sure.
So then we get to Tony's favorite fig because he's a medic, and because Tony works on an ambulance, he has a connection to anyone that's in the medical field.
Yeah, this is how Tony dresses on the ambulance too: red and white briefcase, flare gun at the ready. Some pictures.
Sorry, Ed, that's a pistol.
Many of you may not know this, Ed and myself and Tony all shared a room at Joe Fest. These were Tony's pajamas. They were big.
And they even had Lifeline right across his chest, like a name tag.
That's all.
He came out of the shower like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He even came out with the case and everything because that's where he put his dirty clothes. Like there.
Okay.
I wish that this Lifeline came with a transfer board and a syringe gun like they gave Mindbender, or it created a new one.
So I know you complained about some things, but when you said this syringe gun, I was like, that was perfect because it's already made.
Yeah.
Right? It's already made. Why not just give it to him? There's only so many characters you can really use that for.
Right.
Can you go up to Mark Harkness' comment? Not the one that says not. Yeah, there you go. The absolute pacifist, and they give him a handgun.
Okay.
He's
Just
not a
so
pacifist.
Just so you know, that comes off.
Yes. And
So
Lenny
you can make him
pointed
a
out.
pacifist if you want. The original came with a handgun. So that's what's funny about, and I'm not, trying to point out Mark here, but that comment kind of stands out. That's what's funny about the classified collectors, guys our age. It's not like how I remembered. They didn't modernize them enough. Why did he come with this? Oh, wait.
Modernized him too much.
He did come with that. So it's like,
But
Yeah.
but Lenny already knew it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
already knew people were going to complain about it. So he said, and I watched your video after. Did you tell us that it was going on? Because I didn't know that you were doing a live panel. I was also doing training, so it wouldn't matter.
I decided to do the live panel about 4 minutes before they started.
Okay. Anyway, but he said that, and he goes, and just so everyone knows that the harness can come off, so you don't have to have it on there.
Yeah.
Right. And that is exactly. He knew people were going to complain about it.
And you know what? I think the better answer would have been is give him a syringe gun that you could have put there instead, because that's what they did with the 30th anniversary version. And so you could swap that out, and that would have been perfect. But yeah, I mean, if you go back to the lore, the only time he was a pacifist was in the cartoon.
Yeah. But there are some people that live off the cartoon as canon.
Yep.
But here he is.
Actually, I think it was a Kellogg's. There's a mail away.
Well, so yeah, I mean, that was a Kellogg's decision, because Kellogg said that they didn't want any weapons with him, and so they took the same figure that they had. They swapped out his thigh so that he wouldn't have a pistol on it, and they took away the pistol, and they put it inside the cereal boxes. But that was a Kellogg's thing, and then it became a thing in the animated series later.
Right, and that Kellogg's corporate person that made that decision went on to work for the McFarlane toy line to not give Batman characters any guns.
Oh, that was WB.
No, that was WB.
Or
Straight up.
WB, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so Wolvie the Quarter Jew says, can we get the bikini chick that was into Lifeline? But I just happened to notice, I knew that he had Wolverine. I didn't realize that he had one of the rabbi's hats on him.
Well, it's such a good
And the beard.
avatar. It's got the hat. It's the popcorn bucket Wolverine, and then the animation.
It reminds me of Jew Man that we were talking about, with the yarmulke with the Batman ears that we were talking about with Spec. All right, so
Wait,
Lifeline
go back to
comes
that
with-
scene. Go back to that last picture.
this one here.
Yeah. So you got Lifeline carrying, what the hell is his name?
Hit and run.
Hit Run, who climbs mountains, but looks like he fell down crossing the street. I'm not sure about this.
I mean, he twisted his ankle. Obviously,
Right.
He was playing
Stepping
basketball.
off the sidewalk wrong.
he's playing basketball with Big Lob, and he fucked up his ankle.
You can't
He's
play
like,
basketball.
I can- I can absolutely do a pickup game, and then you find out that white men can't jump.
Hey,
Right.
you know what? This is the time of year where my 40 to 50-year-old males come in with blown Achilles. I'm just saying, this is the time of year that we see that.
So he comes with everything that he came with as a kid. The backpack is almost identical, other than it's not
Yep.
silver.
Mhm.
The briefcase. So he comes with some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he comes with a lot of stuff, and you mentioned Tony and being an EMT, so it's probably stuff that's we'll see reuse at some point, like in the Legacy line, if they do like
Well,
for sure.
an EMT or something.
Well, there's only so many things that you can use for all of this, along with like dock stretcher and everything, right?
Right.
There's only so many uses for it. So an EMT that comes, hopefully it's a female, so Tony gets even aggravated more while he's waiting for a male EMT, so he can customize to look like him.
Yep.
But where is it at? So here was the digital render, and then Matthew messaged us and said, "What did you say, Matthew?"
I said I thought they weren't going to reuse that Falcon head.
This is bad. After I take pictures, to put out my review, I will never take that fucking helmet off. That looks bad. Like it
Always
looks
keep
like,
the helmet and the glasses on. That way you can't see.
yeah, it looks like Falcon's head. Like everything about it. Like if you would have told me this was Falcon version 2, I'd be like, yep, makes sense. Let's see here. Nowhere Manchild says the belt with the heart rate is a nice addition.
Yeah. So yeah, on his belt, if you look real close, it's got an EKG on it. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Chaz the Guru is letting you know, Baldy, you were there. In
Yeah.
the display case that showed the holster unpegged from the harness. Thanks.
So I actually have unpegged from the harness. The holster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys can you see that?
Yep. Hold on.
Make him big.
I'm trying to. Ooh, there's a maximize button now.
Yeah. So the face sculpt is actually awesome in person.
That looks totally different than the regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's holstered here. So people were handling this. They kept taking them out to show people and let them get pictures. So I'm sure that people were moving stuff around.
So
Yeah. I mean that looks way better than
like
that
it,
render
yeah.
does. And like Larry said earlier, the renders never do justice to what they actually produce. So
Yeah.
there we go. But yeah, this
actually, I do have a picture of the holster or the
there it is.
yeah.
hold on. There's something new here.
Matthew,
don't you have
new to
control?
StreamYard, then he
What?
doesn't know how to use StreamYard yet.
There it is.
I don't know how to use it. But there it is taken off. So I mean you can do it any way you want. Pacifist, stone cold killer, whatever you want to do.
Give him the M4, damn it.
Yep.
Well, hey, if you got a guy with his intestines hanging out, right, and he says, "I can't suffer like this," you got to have a weapon to take him out with.
Yeah, you gotta take him out.
That's just
That's what-
mercy.
Or there's
That's
a
what-
horse.
that's
There's a
what
horse on the side of the
potassium's for.
road.
That's what potassium's for. Just give him some more potassium. He's fine. Give him some more morphine than he needs. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Mole Rat, what was it, version 2 or stage 2?
Stage 2. Yeah.
Stage
No.
two.
Did anyone ask, like, well, how come none of their clothes are ripped anymore? And why did they change?
I did ask the question and they just laughed. They did not.
So I don't have a problem with the clothes changing, right? The color, but they should have made the hoods the same color. Then you could have swapped out the heads and they look the same.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done. This way you could have different stages and different, but they had to reuse this somehow, and they gave them that bunny rabbit disease.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of this at all.
I don't get it.
This looks like a bad
Listen, they're
dance.
talking about doing another stage. They did say
Oh.
that. To see if you want to see more mutation. Like that's cool. That's really cool. But are you gonna really spend $25 just to get that piece to kind of expand the one that you already have?
Yes.
I don't know.
And going back to
You
our
said
conversation
yes.
earlier, this looks like the Expanse zombies that were in that show. So yeah,
Yeah.
You got to give credit. Like the ankle is broken here. He's dragging it along. It looks
hey,
like
that's Matt shooting the galaxy, man. He's awesome.
it looks
Yeah.
like those fucking buddies that fucking Baldy showed us.
Why does it look like his knees are pegged?
They are.
Yeah.
They are pegged
Oh,
because
man.
that's the snow job legs.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is just a straight repaint. But I think that's the only way that I think that they're pretty much doing away, unlike Marvel Legends who continues to do it, unless if it's like a repaint of it. I think they're pretty much getting rid of all the old stuff as much as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, look what they did with Major Blood. I mean, just a couple tweaks here and there, but it's pretty much the same figure
and
except
he's
for
taller?
those
He's
legs.
taller,
Yeah.
I think,
Well,
right?
because the legs are different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, a good portion of Major Blood is different. The torso, the legs, one of the arms. So it did add height and a little like he's been hitting the gym or creatine or something.
The fact that they redid Major Blood's mechanical arm is shocking. Because that's the one you could say, who cares if it has a pin? It's a mechanical arm.
Yeah,
But
that's
they did it and it looks the exact same.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with TC that it's not enough changes to merit version 2, but this is the figure where they're like, you know, what can we do to keep our costs down by putting all new tooling and other stuff.
right.
Yeah.
Even if
So you have to count on at least one figure in the wave being 95% reuse.
Yep.
I mean, at least one figure in every wave.
And I think that like if you look at this here, this is one of those ones where even if you retooled it, there's people that don't want zombies. So why spend the money on the tooling there when you know there's only a significant amount of people that want it?
Right.
Even though everyone bought the zombies from Operation Monster Force.
Not everybody.
Those zombies are freaking awesome.
Yeah, well, on Wednesday, I think when you see the you see this one right here, you see how much of a cobra head it actually is.
Oh, it
yeah.
is for sure.
Yeah.
It's the exact same.
that's the blue one. That's like what, the security or something?
Yeah.
What's it called?
No, I mean
Recon?
it's a straight up Cobra Trooper.
Oh yeah,
Right.
100%.
It's clearly what they made it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even the head, when you see it, it matches the Cobra Troopers. So in the mystery says that the Snowjob's legs aren't pegged. These
they're
are
not.
Snowjob's legs, I thought.
Yeah, I think those are Snowjob's legs. I was pretty sure. I thought so, but
But Snowjob's
Oh.
downstairs.
I thought I
Snow
had
Job's pants go all the way
Right.
down, so they can't be Snow Job's legs.
okay.
They go down
Oh,
to
yeah.
his ankles.
It's exactly what I was looking at right there too at the same time, Ed. So I don't know.
Hey, Punk, I'm going to roll out. I don't know if you had any other questions for me since I was there. I did want to show this off one more time.
Pythona giveaway.
Yeah, we'll be doing a giveaway during Circle of Jerks. Somebody will get this. And yeah,
Well, quickly, just
Yeah.
before,
sure.
can you give before you leave? I wanted to ask you about this. And I know on Circle of Jerks we'll be talking about this too. So,
Sure.
what were your impressions on this? And it does look like the door on the back does not open.
It
Oh,
opens.
it opens.
It does open.
Yeah,
It
it does. They,
completely
they
opens
showed
it.
it. They showed
Yeah.
it opening.
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and they went with like a khaki color scheme on the inside.
It's got a different chair, different color chair, but it's the same chair.
Yeah, now they were very clear. This is a prototype. I mean, we'll go into it again on Tuesday, but
Yeah.
it is a prototype. They asked me what my thoughts were on the canopy being kind of solid like that. I actually like that, but I think they are leaning towards actually being able to see through it or offering.
I think it looks really cool with the red tint. That's pretty bad.
No, I think that red tint's pretty awesome.
I
Yeah,
do
but
too.
I don't want it to be so you can't see through it.
Right.
Well, see, yeah, this you cannot see through.
Yeah.
Yeah, like red tinted transparent glass would be awesome.
Right.
I think that would work really well.
So they're playing with it, and actually some of that camo that's on there, they had to redo after they got it, the prototype in hand. So they had to take some stuff off. It wasn't exactly what they wanted. A lot of it was actually a little too purple.
All right.
So, however, it came from the team that does the prototypes.
I dig the fact that they kept the chin gun. I like the additions on the side. I wish that the tarp wasn't sculpted. I wish that it was actually a tarp, but
Yeah, I didn't ask that question. It does just look like the 25th. It was the 25th anniversary.
yeah.
And then they did a nice job here too. This, as you can see, is a lot of reuse from the Snow Serpent. They did say this is a prototype, and it was really just to have there on display. But this could be close to the final figure.
I would imagine they're going to take that web gear off so he can fit with the harness on inside the tank. But
yeah, hold on one second here.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
Wolvie the Quarter Jew with the $20 super chat. Here's some fundage to buy your next fig.
That's awesome.
I think I've already bought them. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated.
There's more coming on Tuesday. So
yeah, but we got some time on that. They retooled the machine guns, which I was fine with the minigun.
And with the potential November 1st debacle, we may not see a lot of stuff for a long time.
True.
It's gonna be a lot of fun to talk about.
Yeah.
Now, before you take off, 2 questions I have to ask. So everyone that's watching, 75 people, did you find out a price of this by any chance? Because I know they didn't say it.
No, I asked, and then I asked again, and then I asked a third time, hoping one of them would slip. And they stood there. They stood their ground, and Tony started laughing. Actually,
all right. So, all right, go on.
No, I my guess is somewhere between 150 and 200, depending on if they include electronics or not. So my guess is like if you go back to the Ghostbusters HasLab that they reused, they did include the electronics. So my guess is they're probably still going to reuse it here, but who knows? A lot of people are saying they're not going to include the electronics, but I think they still can. They're just LEDs and they're already there. It's not like they're molding something new.
You have to make it again, that HasLab, like you got to make it something so what we funded is still special. So those lights, and again, I love.
Well, I talked to Ace, speaking about electronics, and asked him if he was going to do like a down version of the Ramen Racer without the electronics and stuff, the lights, right? And he said, with the way it's designed, now this is his thing, right? The way he designed the Ramen Racer, that it'd be harder to take the electronics out and make it. It wouldn't make it any cheaper or any different.
Well, and that goes to like cars. If you get a car that doesn't have heated seats, you'll probably notice if you buy the plug, you can just plug it in because the heated seats are still there.
Yeah.
Right, Baldy?
That's not true. No.
It's just like most cars nowadays have the the ability to talk on the phone and stuff with all those buttons, but it doesn't mean you have the access to it.
You could get it installed, yes, but no, they're not. It's not there. It's not just missing like a pig tie.
I know there's certain things that I've had in cars, or my dad, because he worked at Dodge Truck, that like all you needed was like one connector and it was there.
Yeah, you know what? probably at one point, yes, and maybe based on manufacturers. But nowadays, from what I've seen in production, that's not the case. There's a space for it, and you could definitely add it for sure.
I think this his tank shouldn't be above 150, 175 at most, but 150.
Yeah, I think it's going to push closer to 200.
That's what
it's not going to sell for 200.
Yeah, it might not, but this is going to be made to order. So it's going to be like a 30-day window because guess what?
It'll sell because all you G.I. Joe collectors are fucking insane. It'll sell.
And they already have the tooling. So
they have the tooling, so we're going to get a red one at some point. You know what I mean? They'll wait a few more years.
Only if this one is successful.
Yeah, it will be. There's nothing to fund. So if they make 1,000, who cares? They've got the mold already.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll let you go, but I want to ask you, and I want to say I commend you for how you asked about the police officers. Some people are not going to ask because they were scared, and other people would be complete assholes about it. The way you approached it and the way you brought it up is how you should, because these people are giving you access. We already know there's things that they can and cannot talk about that come from the top. And the way that you approached it and said, hey, I know there's been a lot of, I forget exactly how you said it, but something with like, there's been a lot of talk about this and we can all kind of know what's happened. And then it just dropped. And to hear Tony's response of what we've all been saying, yeah, we're going to see these in all different types of lines because everyone wants a police officer. Not everyone wants a firefighter, but police officers are going to be used all over.
Well, think about just Marvel Legends, or even with creative photography with any of the Batman figures. These police are constantly used throughout, Punisher, Spider-Man, Batman. So
have you seen the RoboCop figures with these police officers? I mean, they look straight out of RoboCop in all their riot gear. People have been doing that too.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
But all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you for jumping in here. I'll see you on Tuesday, I think.
All right.
Thank you, Baldy.
Mom, I'm coming. All right. I got to go.
Something you want to say to your mom? I mean, come on, man.
It depends if you really.
If she's knocking on the door, you might want
to. Chad Farr says 225. Sorry, Snowbite. I can't see him being 225.
No way.
The Dragonfly was 275.
Yeah.
This is something that's already been done.
The His Tank's one. Yeah, it's already been done. We had 4 figures with the His Tank HasLab. So you have to knock off at least $100 for that from what we paid for it. So I mean, it's got to be well below $200. It has to be 150. 175 at most.
I bet it'll come in about 175, 180.
That's what I'm thinking too. But you know what? We also thought that snake armor was going to be anywhere from 100 to 125, and it came in at 75.
Well, it didn't come with a figure, so
that's true too. But
my buddy,
and here my buddy just showed up here. And the cop is $41 on Paul. So people have asked that, like, why?
Yeah, Pulse is.
Oh my gosh, fucked. Roman!
What's up, Roman?
Is he staying with Andrew when you're gone, or is he going over to the X's?
No, he'll stay with Andrew, and then she'll come by and make sure that he survives.
Okay.
Make sure
because Andrew won't.
I gotta write everything down, and then I'll still have to call and ask about it. So what are you guys' thoughts on this? In all honesty, like how it looks and everything.
I like this.
Think it looks good.
I like this better than the original Hiss, but that's just me.
I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I like the chin gun because we all say once you're out of rockets, then what do? So they have the chin gun.
I also like the machine gun mounted on the turret up top too.
Yeah, that's
so not only do you have the missiles, you've got the machine gun. It's not the same one that they used in the HasLab, but it's still a machine gun up top, which makes total sense. And the chin guns, keeping those were awesome. I'm a big fan.
So the machine guns on this make more sense than the machine guns on the HasLab one, considering you already have two big cannons.
Yeah,
this makes sense as long as you're not sitting up there when the rockets fire, but it's G.I. Joe, so it doesn't really matter, right?
but just remember, these go up and down, so they can. Sorry.
on the tank or Hiss, did they have the upper canopy like carrier baskets or whatever the fuck those things are?
On what?
On the upper part where they have like the
yeah. What about it?
On the original Hiss?
On the original Snow one, there is a basket, isn't there?
On the 25th anniversary one, yes, yeah, they had the but not the HasLab one. Obviously.
Not the HasLab one,
no.
Right? So that was part of it was made specifically for the Arctic style Hiss.
But
and I don't think it was ever reused either. I think it was only made for the 25th anniversary Arctic Hiss. Is they had the two baskets with the tarp roll and then the cage there like that.
Yeah, cool.
So then the question is, will this basket be able to come off and be put on the regular Hiss?
Interesting. Yeah.
And I would assume that the whole turret can just come out and be popped on a Hiss.
From what I can see, yes, because when you open the hatch, it's got the same thing on the inside.
See, I didn't see anything. I didn't see any of that. That's why I thought maybe it was. So, all right. So quickly, we'll go back and we'll finish up G.I. Joe. We kind of skipped around. We didn't get to Marvel Legends or anything yet. All right. So what do you guys think of this guy, Night Viper?
The in-hand pictures, I'm all for it because the render was not good. This looks a whole lot better when you see the pictures and you see everything in hand there. Night Viper is one of my favorites, so I'm always going to be leaning that way anyway.
There are people I've heard complain about it, and I don't understand how or like what.
Yeah, people are going to complain about everything.
Yeah, but if you take just the renders, I understand the complaints because I had my own complaints with the renders because it looked lackluster, right? But when you throw it in here and you have Matt shoot it and it looks freaking amazing here on image and it's got all the parts and the helmet comes off and it's got all the features that we wanted to have, it looks pretty good.
The figure looks great in the pictures.
Not all the features, because I already heard somebody complain that they wanted to have the peg system on their leg, like the O-ring.
Bullshit. Nobody wants a fucking peg system on the leg to strap a rifle with a fucking strap that's non-movable. Come on.
Not only did I see someone post that, people agreed with it. And I was like, that made sense. And it was a great idea with the O-ring.
Yes. With the O-ring. The biggest complaint that I've seen is he's not a sniper. I don't fucking care. He's a night ops guy. He's going to be a sniper. He's going to be a hand-to-hand guy. He's going to be a ninja sneaking around, whatever. He's going to use whatever tools are necessary. So you give him a long gun? Fuck yeah, give him a long gun.
But his original gun had a scope on it.
It did, yes.
And then he has this big monocular on it.
But isn't the Night Viper an army builder, right?
Yes.
It's just a Viper trooper, right? So, I mean, you're going to have, like Matthew was saying, you're going to have guys that are snipers. You're going to have guys that are, close quarters combat. You're going to have guys that are whatever. I mean,
And, so Darren is saying the render kind of sucked, but the actual figure looks great. I do wish they shortened the mount. See, I don't have a problem with them. I think that's a perfect size right there. The model by about half. Technology has come far enough that it shouldn't be that big. Okay, but this is what I want to. This is what I want to say about the digital renders. We all know it's going to look different when it comes in.
Yeah, and as far as the long gun goes, if you are doing sniping, you need a longer barrel, and it's got a rifling effect, and it creates distance and all kinds of things that go on with that. So it's not going to be a shorter gun if that's what you're doing with it. No, I like this because he is the counterpart to Low Light. In my mind, he's always been the counterpart to Low Light.
Yeah. And I like the colors. I think it works. It's a new rifle. This is all new tooling. Yeah. The figure, I'm sure the figure there are. And if you notice, he's got two different, maybe it's just a knife where it's at. That's why it looked like it was smooth. He's got the knife sheath in front of the front of a shin guard.
Yes, yeah. So he's got a knife sheath on the boot and then one on the harness on the chest. So yeah, he's got a Naugahyde front booted knife sheath.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So Shelf President says Night Viper, you can have different loadouts. They're all special units. I think we all have enough sniper rifles to give him if wanted. Oh yeah,
Sure
I don't
enough.
think there's
True enough.
I don't think there's a problem there. Okay, I gotta see if there's a kid that's awake that can let the fucking dog out. Holy shit!
He's going a little crazy.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, the Night Viper, I think he looks cool. I wonder if the piece can come off to have the smaller piece on front, like a little laser thing. I always thought of that as a head laser for him if it didn't have the night vision on it. But that was my own canon. But yeah, I think he's pretty cool.
I mean, these photographs, of course, he does awesome photography. Anyway.
Always, every time.
These photos make this figure look outstanding.
No.
The only thing that bugs me is the fact that the bullets on his arm there on his right arm are upside down and they'd fall out. But whatever.
So when
They're held in by your imagination, Matthew.
When I look at the the monocular that he has on, that's not that long. That's about half as long as what the O-ring one would have been.
Well, so the one in this, yeah, you're right. And the one in the O-ring was
Very
giant.
long.
Yeah. But that popped off and it looked like a little laser on it or whatever.
Yes.
And so everybody broke that piece off as you kept that monocular on for too long.
Both of
kinda
mine
like
have
this.
them on it.
I kind of like this little bit shorter. Makes more sense with the technology. So
Yeah, so I don't think it's too long at all.
Don't
No.
really like the shape of that pistol though. But
that pistol's really freaking weird. I just noticed that too.
It's staying in the
this
holster.
is a render again. It doesn't look like the one he's holding in that picture. He was holding the pistol.
Yeah, I mean, it almost looks like a taser or something, or
Yeah.
like a RoboCop gun or something.
Yeah, it's staying in the holster. So, okay. So then we get again. I'm not a huge Cobra Law guy. I obviously pick it all up. What do you guys think of this?
I think it looks good for to represent the character in the cartoon, but I never cared about these guys in the cartoon.
They are working so hard to make this an army builder. We've got wings and a head attachment that makes him fly better, and then we have alternate attachments if you want to make him into Designan of Cobra Law. So you have to get like 15 of these guys, so you can have a whole bunch of Cobra Law guys running around without helmets on, and you can have some flying guys and some regular guys. And so they are working so damn hard to make that freaking army builder.
All right, so Nowhere Man Child said pistol from Photon. I'm assuming you're talking about the
Hey, it looks like it. I'll
The
go
old
with that.
laser tag knockoff.
Yes,
It
yeah.
sure does.
And the moment he said that, I knew exactly
Yeah.
what he was
Yep.
talking about.
Yep.
And I think you might be
Not a bad call.
so. I think they did a good job with this.
Yeah.
They made it so. Oh, I don't have the other picture. Well, that was the other picture.
Of the winged one. Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay. When
I
you
know I
swap
had
out the so it looks like they did some Savage Crucible shoulder pieces where you can
Yep.
pop those shoulders off, pop those in, pop the wings on, and swap the heads out and give him the flying version. Again, the variation you can do with this figure is pretty awesome. So you got to get at least two, so you can have two different variations. But then you've got, if you get 6 of them, man, you've got a pretty good Cobra
It
Law
looks
setup.
like you
If
could
that's
do at
what you
least
want.
5 different characters with it without even. If you had 5, you could have 5 different.
But this
Yeah.
is gonna be
Yeah, I
a
agree.
$50 figure. This is gonna be Pythona's.
No, well, I don't know. Is it going to be an exclusive at the 54 price point, or is it going to be the 34 price point?
No, look at her. Look at him. He's gonna be Pythona price.
Well,
I mean,
he
it's a-
comes with so much stuff. I would think that potentially,
Yeah.
but they also kind of made it sound like that he's going to be like a deluxe figure in the regular release. So does that make it
$55?
34?
It's gonna be hard to army build that motherfucker. I'll tell you that.
Well,
Well, Yeah, but how many people are army building Desert Scorpions right now?
That's true.
Woody. um, Dirty Knife says way better than those Action Force thingies. I'm not,
I mean, whatever, man.
you're talking about Budo?
Whatever.
Yeah. So, you're talking about the Swarm.
The Swarm, yeah.
This. Oh.
But
The
they do
ones
have a
that
lot
are a
of,
rip off of the Hive from Marvel. I'm just.
Yep.
Sorry.
no, actually, wasn't it DC?
DC, whatever.
Yeah.
Go look up the Hive in comics, and then look up the Action Force Swarm, and
Yep.
It's not even.
it's not
They
even.
got the Beehive stuff.
Dude,
It's got the same symbol. It's got
it's
the
not
same
even-
helmets. It's got the same jetpacks.
Yeah, it doesn't look similar. It is a fucking direct copy from it.
Yeah.
Those like 2 or 3 panels, when you looked at it, you're going, "Oh my god, dude. It's the exact same." Just look up Hive DC. You'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Yep.
All right. I don't know. So what is this?
It's a dolphin harness.
It's a dolphin harness.
I mean, it's not a dog harness because you can't put a freaking dog in that.
I know.
So-
I know it's not a dog harness. That's for sure.
It's not a dog harness, but based on its design, I don't know. I'd go with dolphin.
And that is Barracuda, correct?
Well, no, that's Deep Six with Finback.
So someone talked about Barracuda.
Yeah, it's too large to be a fucking Barracuda. Have you ever seen a fucking Barracuda? They're like this big around, right? You're not.
Well, how do we know this is
fucking
Zeus,
Barracuda?
No, wait. I thought the name of the character is Barracuda. I'm sorry.
No, he's talking about Undertow's Barracuda.
Okay.
No, I mean, that looks like a dolphin harness to me because that way it's got the upper and lower part, and you can still articulate the dolphin, and you can hold on to it, and it can drag you along on the back, so
Yeah.
you don't have to hold on to the fin. I don't know. That was my thought. My thought was Deep Six and the dolphin.
God, I don't need a dolphin.
I don't know what else it would be, honestly. That there's nothing else that makes any sense.
Not to me.
Is there a chance that it has nothing to do with an animal?
I don't know what you'd have a harness like this for that you would do without an animal. Throw that over a missile and carry a missile around? I mean,
Well, no, are you making it a human slave collar?
Uh-oh.
I don't
Tony
think
wa-
they're going to do that. They won't even make fucking hoods for Cobra Commander.
Tony wants to know who the fuck has a dolphin.
Deep Six has a dolphin.
I
named
think you said it
Finback
like 10 times.
in Ego Force.
maybe it's for maybe it's for a dinosaur. Maybe they're going to bring Dino Riders into it.
So Clint Jorgensen says Matthew talks about this stuff with his patients all day.
No, not G.I. Joe, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Unless they bring it up, right?
it's Jay
Unless they bring it
Gonzo.
up. And I did have a guy who actually built the original Pulse website, not the fucked up one we have now, but the original one, and he had so much to say about that.
So Jay Gonzo says it's a bondage accessory. That's what I said for bondage snake eyes.
Yes, it's for Snake Eyes and Baroness. It's a 2-pack.
So Ted
She
Knight,
comes with a whip, and he
Yeah,
comes
so
with a
I had heard
Does
this
it come
one
with the
too.
Payne Brothers options? Do we have the options to make Snake Eyes the Payne Brothers? Because those 3 Payne Brothers were, BDSM for sure.
So Ted Knight says I heard Night Adder and his dog.
Again,
I heard
this
that
doesn't look
too.
like a dog harness.
No, it doesn't because it would.
What Gonzo's saying sounds possible.
What's that? I didn't see that. What is?
The tiger, the diamond collar matches. It does have diamonds on the
Okay,
collar.
but see the part that comes in front. The part that comes in front blocks the head movement, so you can't have a dog or a cat with that kind of head movement.
You better say hi, punk. Ken is here.
No,
Say hi, punk.
nobody say hi to Ken. Nobody say hi to Ken.
I'm sorry.
Toy Connections, We love you. No.
Viper Scott, Ken is here. Say hi, punk.
Don't make me ban you, Viper Scout.
So- we didn't ban him either. He left on his own.
I did not ban him. No, I did not.
No, we didn't.
No. So
We weren't even mean to him. We just told him to stop.
We just stopped.
Just
And
told
then,
him
then
to
he,
stop.
then he blocked us and left.
Ken told him it's cool, Joey. Like it's cool.
He told him 100 times.
So Model Misfit says if the guy is blind, it could be a dog. So my only thing is,
Not with that part on the front.
yeah, it's the top piece would prevent the dog's head from moving.
Yeah.
I mean, and again,
It
these are
definitely looks
action
like
figures.
something you'd put on an animal like a dolphin that doesn't have a neck that's going to articulate there.
Well, I
Right.
hang out with a lot of dolphins, so I don't
Well,
know.
it's
what-
illegal to talk to dolphins, so that's a good thing you don't hang out with a lot of them.
I'm gonna have to go watch Johnny Mnemonic while I'm
In the
training.
wild, it is illegal to talk to dolphins.
Is it really?
Yes.
Can I hate your Ken, are you drinking on a Sunday night? So
do you
Darren,
need a link, Ken? Is that what you're saying?
so Darren says I think it will be something new. Now I could
Well,
do that.
and that's what Lenny said. Lenny said it's something new, but not new, but new.
See, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, have they ever made the dolphin?
Well, not since the Eco Force, not since the 90s.
See, to me, the reason why I don't care for any type of dolphins or sharks or anything like that is it's already hard enough to do a sea display, right? A water display underwater. You know, it's great that we have all these divers, but you have to buy stands, like flight stands, and put them in, you know, a swimming position. And you can't use rifles.
That's why I laugh when people complain about like taking snow shots when they don't have snow. Well, it's just as hard to do water shots.
Oh, water is way harder.
Yeah.
Because water is way harder. Way harder.
Snow is not hard for me for 6 months out of the year usually. So
Hey, Ken's in Canada. He has it like 10 months out of the year. All right, and then we're getting Zap. So this has calmed some of the OG 13 people down. Now, will they give him this bazooka, the one that broke thumbs? And if they do, will they give you an alternate hand with just a broken thumb?
that bazooka sucks so bad as a kid. But I think it'd be awesome to have that bazooka. But it'd definitely be something I'd want as like an optional part. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, people would 3D print it. This bazooka just for the original figures, especially the straight arms, just snapped every thumb.
The first 3 3/4 inch Joe I got was what's his name? They come with the mortar launcher.
Short fuse.
Short fuse. And he had no other weapons except that fucking mortar launcher. You talk about disappointing.
Ooh, wait. Oh, yeah. Cobra Shelf President says the Cobra La 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 creature could make sense.
Oh, yeah.
That would, because if he said it's something new, but not,
Yeah.
I didn't hear him say that, but that makes more sense because
They are pushing the Cobra Law stuff too. So, I mean, that does make sense.
Wow. Graph, I will highlight it, but I'm not rating it. The G.I. Joe team is dirty.
Only graph.
Oh, and here's Darren whining and crying already. Don't worry, the bazooka will be so gummy you can bend it so the other hand can grip it easily.
I'll tell you what, if you break a thumb off of a classified figure, you're really doing something wrong.
No, and
You
that's
must have
why
chewed that. You had to chew it off.
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. How awesome would it be if they gave him this bazooka and then just gave him a hand that already had like a broken thumb?
That would be awesome.
Like that would be awesome. It's like, I mean, I know it's extra tooling, but it'd be hilarious. And I will say this: the Maximum Deadpool, the AK-47 is a really nice, sturdy plastic, which I was expecting their shit to be all gummy. I was shocked on that, to be honest. Darren says Lifeline can put his thumb in a splint. Like Mr. Maggus quickly says, sitting here handling my crankcase, and he's a really good figure, but he's a little upset because he had to give up his striker to Brown Jacket Cover Girl because she fits it like a glove. That waist is really wonky. I hate the word wonky, but it's the only thing that I can use to explain it. I don't think it's molded properly. It's supposed to be a little bit lower, it's supposed to be closer together, which would probably make him sit in the all striker better. And if you want to put crankcase in it, turn the sheath, turn the knife sheath on his shin upwards, and you can slide him in there. Matthew, what do you think about Zap?
I obviously they have to do it, right? Because we've got Flash and Grand Slam and Zap. Those are the last ones left of the OG-13. So you've got to hit them. Hopefully next year. I think, you have to do them. You give them a Tony Stark head and you throw a Valaverse missile launcher. Oh, wait, no. On him. And then, I think you have to do him. So he's perfect.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I think it's intentional so crankcase fits in the seat perfectly. He doesn't fit in the seat perfectly. There is so much wrong with that. Yeah, I'm glad they're finishing the OG-13, and I know everyone else is too because they've been so mad about it. But the truth is, they were going to come eventually. And will they do a new version of Shooter in the OD green?
Well, they have to, right? Because she's a Night Force version, so they have to do a not Night Force version.
Do they have to? Will we get a Big Ben that's not in Night Force?
They should at some point, right?
They have to.
Maybe they'll paint that. Maybe they'll paint that neck piece so it's not exposed skin when he's wrapped up, covered in his mask, but his neck is exposed. Anyway.
Oh, hey, look.
There it is.
There it is. Hey, I don't go through all the graphics before the show.
So this is what we were talking about. You can see how the wings are, and so all right. And then a female Crimson Guard is. I wasn't expecting this, but was anyone shocked that they're doing a female army builder?
They've done all female army builder. Well, a lot of female army builders. So why not? And then I hope that they do a Laura head on there. But they don't like the comics, so I doubt they will.
I'm very surprised that they have pulled away from the comics more than other things. Especially considering they just inducted Larry Hama into the Hall of Fame. How was he not in there right away?
How is he not the first one? I don't know. Maybe because Ron Rudat designed so many of the figures that they probably wanted to put him in first. So you got Ron Rudat and then you got Larry Hama. These are the only two people in the Hall of Fame right now. They haven't had anybody else there.
Did the Hall of Fame just start last year?
Yes.
Okay. I you know what? I can live with that. You put Ron Rudat in first. But to me,
because he's probably going to pass away first. I'm just saying. He's not really in good health.
Yeah, so I'm interested. I know some people hate the female figures. I don't know why. If you don't want them, just don't buy them.
I don't collect female figures at all, so I understand that. I'm not mad if other people want them. You know what I mean?
One less figure for you to look for.
Exactly.
We got Cobranomics jumping in here. I still love that name, Cobranomics.
That's awesome.
And then Crazy Legs. I'm surprised it's taking this long to get Crazy Legs, and I'm still surprised that we haven't got Ripcord yet.
Hey man, I love Night Force Crazy Legs. Was my Crazy Legs. That's the one I love. That's the one I had. I'm glad that I have him. I don't give a flip about this red one.
But you knew they were going to do it. I'm just surprised it took that long.
Yeah, me too. But you know what? They're not going to give him that gun that's right there in that image right there that's in his gear because they didn't give him to the Night Force version. So I don't think they're going to give him with this version.
Didn't they? Didn't I mean Ripcord would just be like the 60th anniversary parachute dude, right? Wouldn't he? There.
Yeah,
Well,
kind of.
but everyone also thought that guy would be just like hit and run, and they're not.
I mean, he's a pretty good version of hit and run. I mean, either way.
Yeah.
And Alex Martinez is spoiling something that is in the comic. I don't read the comic, so it doesn't bother me. But I won't read it for people that are waiting to read it. All right. So that was it. That's it for the G.I. Joe. But because I want to talk to Baldy about it. Let's jump ship and we'll watch the viewership go down.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
What is this?
So this is
the Four Horsemen
zombies.
These are the Four Horsemen zombies. I think this is a good move for them. People, I mean, they've got such a huge following. Why not throw some of this in there and give swappable parts? They're so big into customization. I think this is awesome for them and the people who like Mythic Legions.
I do too. And it fits perfectly with their Graveyard Skeletons last year. They got the reissue of them this year. And now you got Graveyard Zombies. I mean,
well, and then you got the Jerry Bear skeletons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Grateful Dead skeletons.
Yep.
So this is the soft goods gear pack, the graveyard gear
That's
pack.
one thing is really surprising is that they did an all soft goods figure. I mean, now you can take it all off and he's just a zombie that's naked, but I mean, like,
no, but this is a separate gear pack that's soft goods.
Yeah, but the regular zombie comes with the same soft goods, just different colors.
Oh, okay.
Jay Solo Art says this version of Crazy Legs always looked like he should have been competing in
an air show. Yeah, 100%.
Now I was listening to Jerkin Games, I think, and I just quickly caught them. They were talking about this, and I disagreed, and then I went, I kind of agree. So they said it's kind of weird that, you know, Mythic Legions or Four Horsemen, they mostly do stuff nights and everything, right? And the fact that they didn't do anything in the nights, and I was like, well, I'm thinking, well, it doesn't really matter because this we can work in with all kinds of other things. But then I started thinking, how awesome would zombies back then be?
Well, they've already done some zombie type characters, and one of them there's a zombie character coming with the dragon. So
yep. And they made that one zombie character that everybody loved that they keep reproducing the head. And in fact, it's on the male head right there that you showed. What I don't know that character's name, but yeah, they already have that. And so they're just building off of that.
Yeah. The male figure is all reuse. I mean, it's all reuse except for the soft goods. And the pants and the boots are probably from last year's Figure Obscura Frankenstein.
Yeah, so I was about to say when you pointed that out.
No,
but I think
well, the pants definitely aren't because they'd be too long because Frankenstein's taller than the zombie figure.
Yeah, and his feet are very different too.
Yeah,
Frankenstein's monster is way bigger than the Donner Party. I'll just say that. Did you get the Donner Party yet?
I haven't opened him yet, but yeah, he's sitting here.
I thought he was going to be bigger. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, he's a big figure. He's got big boots and big long pants.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean he's got huge boots, and so that's going to make a big difference.
That's a jacket I'd love to have in soft goods right there.
Yeah, no kidding. This jacket. Well, I mean, I don't mind it in this format that it's in.
No,
but in soft goods, it'd be amazing too.
Yeah. Now the thing that makes me confused about the zombies is they gave them both kind of a 90s grunge look, which doesn't fit anywhere, right? I mean, and I get that point that Jerkin Games are trying to make with that part of it, but I think Mythic Legions, as Four Horsemen in general, are trying to not move away from the Knights and the Barbarian,
but add
vibe,
something.
But add something to it that's outside of that realm, like they're doing. Because Figure Obscura is really popular with everybody, right? It's Halloween, you know, it's Christmas, it's all everybody's interested in that, and this. Being 90s grunge zombies can fit in anywhere too. So it definitely broadens their market for people that would collect their figures.
But
Yep.
it's also in direct competition with the Court of the Dead from Boss Fight.
True.
And I think that's some of the other things you have to look at, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And
hey,
it
what are these
also
other
can
companies
be
doing?
competing with some of the Monster Force stuff. I mean, it's very
Eventually, yeah.
And now that Boss Fight decided that they're jumping into the 1/12 rank, realm, and again, the Red Sonja is not perfect, but it's a pretty good figure.
Yeah.
And that Conan for $64.
I just got the figure obscura Jersey Devil in yesterday, and that is
Oh.
one hell of an awesome figure.
Must be nice.
Did the wings attach okay?
Oh, easily.
Okay, because I've heard some complaints about that.
They're hard to get in, just like every other back peg that for Mythic Legions is, But once you're in,
Okay.
I mean, you're in.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time
just
you
a
go in,
tip.
every time you go in the back, once you're in, you're in.
Yeah. The one thing that is a pain in the ass is the boom boom hole doesn't hold the tail very well, but I'll
Yeah.
glue it in because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't rotate there anyway. It's a wired rubbery tail.
That's the problem I have with my Fury Monkey King right now is his
Yeah.
tail won't stick in very well.
So I can't look at this guy and not think that he owns like a 64 Ford pickup truck. Like there's one beat up in front of his
This guy's driving the old beat up Dodge Dart or whatever that Joe Dirt was driving in the beginning
That's
of
it.
the movie.
Yep. I see that.
But then you get the big bolt cutters. Or
Yeah, see, you can make him a
completely
true zombie right there, right? So
So here's everything that he comes with.
Bonesaw!
yeah. So see this, Matthew? He's got blue jeans and a green shirt as opposed to black
Yeah.
pants and
Okay.
Brown
Yeah,
shirt.
but he's got a bone saw and clippers there,
And
bolt
cutters,
cutters.
those are to take off his toenails.
And then we have these graveyard skeletons.
Yeah.
The blind box graveyard skeletons, I think is cool if you buy 12 of them.
Yes, because there's one chase figure per 12.
And then you're going to get all the colors.
Yeah.
But do you
The
like
problem
the
I have with these is like if you're a Grateful Dead lover, great. That's perfect.
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
I have no use for a purple, pink, orange, or yellow skeleton at all.
Wait,
So
is that
what-
is that what
what-
it's supposed to be for?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's an
What I-
homage to them for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
The only thing they're missing are the laurel wreaths above
Yep.
their heads. But I will say that those different colors react with different colored light spectrums very interestingly, and
That's
you could do some cool things with that, which is what Boss Fight did with it when they
Yeah.
made all of their different skeleton versions. So
Yeah,
if you
true.
have all those already, you probably already have all these colors, and so Mythics is kind of catching up with their own little gimmick and trying to kick it off.
I mean,
I don't have much
the
interest
Mythic
in it,
Legion
but-
skeleton is definitely better than the boss fights. I got a couple of the boss fights, and the Mythic Legion skeletons are better. But
Well, it depends on what you want to use them for.
that's what I was just gonna say, right? They're better for like posing in a battle scene,
Right.
but if you just want skeletons to hang around and lay around like a skeleton, then the boss fight ones are definitely more.
And if you want something to be an actual skeleton for the average Marvel
because-
Legends
yeah,
or
yeah.
G.I. Joe Classified,
They're
the
more
boss
like
fight.
biologically correct. The boss fight skeleton,
Right, yeah.
anatomically, that's the word I was looking for.
All right. Then we get some Haya. Is anyone interested in the Contra figures?
I don't think anybody's interested in Haya. I mean, I know somebody just put out a video recently that said that they had issues with Haya figures, but I know a lot more people that have supported Haya in the past and have had problems with their figures. So,
All right, so Haya will come after this because the way I do the slides, for some odd reason, it jumps in after it. That's why I keep seeing.
make up your mind, Punk.
Is anyone interested in these Jada toys?
Yes.
Like, I have no interest at all in these ones.
So Street Fighter Alpha was not my thing, but Jada's making them. They're interesting. They're slightly different designs. I like it. But if you really want the Alpha versions, you're going to go the Storm Collectibles, because the Storm Collectibles have a $30 figure that's better articulated and better detailed than the Jada's will be.
Yep.
So if you're looking for Alpha, you're going to go Storm.
But I do like that it looks like I could put a
These
different
can go with
combination.
your Street Fighters, your original Jada Toy Street Fighter. That's the only benefit that they have. They scale perfectly.
But I feel like I
Yeah.
could throw Chun-Li's original head on this and be good.
You probably
Well,
can, because I'm sure the pegs are all the same.
absolutely. Yeah, but the Storm collectibles, their $30 versions will match with the Street Fighter.
Oh,
Jadas
yeah,
as
they
well.
scale right, but I'm saying like the overall aesthetic to the figure line, right? They're gonna
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
it's gonna go together better.
yeah.
So are you guys in the Scooby-Doo?
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm
I
all
love
in.
this whole Scooby line.
All right. So what do you think of this stuff?
These
'Cause I'm
guys
not-
look like they popped right out of the freaking cartoon. That's how good these
It's so amazing the articulation that they put into this diver suit, and the fact that he's all glow in the dark
Yep.
is awesome.
And they made
the-
the seaweed all rubbery, so it just moves out of the way and doesn't get broken and shit. That's awesome.
exactly.
Could this be a Deep Six filler?
It could be a
So-
deep six dead guy at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, I mean that's not. I mean, Deep Six doesn't wear that kind of diving gear.
Yeah.
And then we get
This is. I can't wait for Thanos Copter to do something with. I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the head they chose to put on her for
Yeah.
the display.
Yeah.
You
Thanos
know
and
she
his
comes
bag
with
of dicks
another
will be
one.
having fun with this.
Absolutely. The articulations they talked about with her was also really interesting, and where they talked about the soft goods, because they said her hair is going to be like Blanca's, and that her skirt is going to be split and more mobile than what you think, so you can actually articulate those legs pretty good. But they couldn't do anything with the feet because of how small they are.
that's gonna be hard to stand.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
And then this
Especially their height.
robot. I
Charlie.
now
Charlie. Yeah.
Charlie
see. I was not a
Robot.
big Scooby-Doo fan. I've watched Scooby-Doo, obviously. I didn't fully remember this guy, but then Robo showed the actual
Yeah.
drawing of him, and
he
I
showed the
see
paint-
why.
Paint
Yeah.
mismatch.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
chin definitely is wrong for the.
And you
I-
definitely went, yeah, that's not right.
I fix that before he gets released, but still, I mean, he's a good Charlie, and he's got good articulation in the places that it needs articulation.
Yep.
And because of sculpt design, they took out the torso twist, but they've got the waist one, and
they
the
gave
waist
him
moves.
single elbows for the sculpt too, which for a robot it's fine, right? You don't need to worry about.
Well, but yeah, and even with that, his elbows still bend really nicely.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah, for sure. It was definitely a good design for the single jointed elbows, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like there's no need to have a double elbow joint in a robotic character that's like this.
You should
Yeah.
always have double elbows. And then any interest in these figures?
Invincible.
I'm not a fan of Invincible or Irredeemable. I mean, they're okay comic books, and the TV show's interesting, but the fact that they went with later incarnations,
Yeah.
I think kind of hurts them a little. But I don't know.
My son Luke loves the cartoon, and he said these figures look great. But yeah, he said the same thing. Why'd they go with the later versions from the cartoon?
Yeah,
I mean, I understand when you start filling certain ones in, like, or you may throw one in there, but yeah, I'm kind of like, why wouldn't you go with the classic Invincible?
yeah. I mean, you got to go with the classic Invincible and his father Omni-Man, and the
Yeah.
classic versions of those. I mean, that's where you have to start, and then you can go into
You would
anything
think.
else you want.
Because in all honesty, if you didn't tell me this was Invincible, I wouldn't known it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the problem for most people that are looking at it. They're thinking the same thing you
I
are.
think they do things a little differently there at Jada though too, because like
Oh
they
yeah,
started the Scooby-Doo line with Shaggy, right? Now, yes, Shaggy's just as popular as far as Scooby-Doo goes, right? But
Well, but you know
starting the
why?
line with Scooby would have made more sense overall.
But you know
right?
why they went with Shaggy instead of Scooby?
they talked about that.
Yeah, because they didn't have the
Yeah.
engineering worked
Yeah,
out
they
for
couldn't
Scooby
design
yet.
they couldn't get it figured out.
Which
Yeah.
is which I appreciate that more. And again, I'm not buying these, but I appreciate that more that you say like, hey, we just haven't figured it out. But instead of throwing something out there just because
Yeah.
they were able to,
And they probably, I'm sure that they had all played around with the Scooby-Doo figures that were made for like the Scoob movie and all that stuff, right? And the articulation on those figures was garbage. I mean,
Yeah, there's some that are better than others, but there's a couple of incarnations that did pretty okay.
I mean, they did all right, but I'm saying for the Jada Toys level that they're trying to do, it wasn't on par with that scale.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. And then we have
This
these
is
guys
this is my most anticipated Street Fighter figure. The one that I've wanted since the very beginning is Akuma. Because quite honestly, if they came out with Akuma and Ryu and Ken at first and Chun-Li, I probably would have been done with the line right there.
So full of shit. You're so full of shit.
But they waited until the last line. The last
Well, you know,
wave.
Matthew, that's why the G.I. Joe team hasn't released the original 13 yet, because everybody would have been done.
Well, there would have been a large portion of them that would have been done. But seriously, Akuma and Ken and Ryu, those are the three characters that always hit me the most. And I'm like, if I had those, I could have been, not that I would have been, but I could have been done with the Street Fighter line. So I'm super excited about this one. I don't give a shit about Balrog though.
If you would have shown me this figure and said, "Where is he from?" I would have had no clue. I would have had no clue that he was Street Fighter. Balrog, I would have been able to figure out. But what's his name again? Akuma?
Akuma, yeah.
Yes. I know Akuna Matata. So I did pre-order them because I have almost all of them.
You have a problem. That's
Oh, I have problems.
So my question is, I didn't get a good look at this, but he's got two different boxing gloved hands. What the fuck is the other boxing glove doing?
I don't know if one of them is open more, so it's like, you know, like so you can
For
grip
what
stuff.
purpose?
I don't know. That's what I'm just saying. Like that's the only thing I can think of is that one glove is open more than the other glove.
Sure.
Because why would you have two sets of boxing gloves? It makes no sense.
What the fuck is he gripping?
Maybe they lock into his power effects, but why couldn't you just do that with the same set, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, Ed, but then as I'm thinking about, I'm like, why couldn't you just make the power effect work with one glove?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so there's those, and then here's
Contra.
Haya. So does anyone care about I think we all loved Contra as kids, right?
I love the game, yeah, for sure.
But I don't need action figures from it.
Okay, so is RoboCop now? It doesn't.
That's Haya. What scale Haya is that?
That looks like 1/18 scale.
Is it 1/18?
I don't know for sure, but that looks
I don't know.
1/18.
I thought they.
Well, it's an exquisite.
Somebody did.
Oh, so that's 1/12 scale then. If
Yeah.
it's exquisite.
Okay, so somebody did a 1/12 scale modern articulation RoboCop figure line several years ago, and they did. It was 1/18. Sorry, 1/18 scale.
Oh. Yeah, Haya did.
I thought Haya did. Yeah. So they're just redoing it.
This is exquisite, so it's 1/12.
No, this is 1/12.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not.
I didn't see
not
the
a
sign
fan
that said exquisite over there on the side.
Okay.
It's cut off. So
yeah, I'm not a fan of Haya, so I don't know.
So
I've handled the Haya Rambo figures because my buddy Rob, the Teflon, has them, and they're not bad figures. The hands are too small. The weapons and accessories are great. The head sculpts are okay, but I mean, it's not worth. I wouldn't spend the money on them. I mean,
Right.
If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'll drop it on a Mezco or something like that, not a Mafex or something, Mafex, whatever you want to call it.
So are these the Universal Soldier figures they've already had out?
Yes.
So I thought so. Okay, we'll skip over them. Although, look at the proportions; those do not look right. I remember.
Yeah.
Everybody that I've known that have gotten those in hand say they're garbage.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me go watch Shark Eyes review.
That guy doesn't look as far out of proportion as the other guy does.
No,
he doesn't. But yeah, Shark Eyes was pissed about those. So
I wouldn't. Like I said, I would not spend the money on a Haya toy.
No, I wouldn't either.
All right. So this was what interested me, and I have no idea. Did you guys see this?
No, I don't know what this is.
So this is supposed to be a military figure that was like they designed it as like this warrior, but clearly I would say it's not in our universe, considering not only is he blue, but these are weapons that don't really exist. They look like a version of like World War II weapons, kind of modernized.
Well, they're probably trying to start their own IP like every other third party
Wait,
company.
wait, hold on. Didn't Mezco do a Robo Joe thing or
Yeah,
something?
they did Junkyard Joe.
Junkyard Joe. Yeah, I mean, isn't
That's
this
not-
a zombie version of Junkyard Joe?
Pretty much.
Well,
This is between Life and then the skeleton robot version of him. This is him rotting away.
This was actually what I thought of, but Junkyard Joe is an actual comic that's been around
Right,
for
yeah,
quite some
yeah.
time.
Well,
I
it,
had no
it's around
idea.
a long time ago. It's not currently around.
And Junkyard Joe is an
Of
awesome
course,
fucking
this
figure.
guy looks like something you'd see on Avatar.
That's what I was thinking too.
Well,
Or he-
he's not big enough, long enough, or doesn't have those tails that plug into everything.
Well, it's true.
But he also reminded me of Yandu.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm due.
But
That is weird. That is definitely some kind
So weird.
and the gun looks like he's almost like it almost has like he just kept it in the holster. You see how that is?
Yeah. And what's that robotic thing sticking out the side of his backpack? That's weird, man.
That's a thermal detonator.
Oh,
No, that's the eyeball that comes out and
yeah.
says, "Are you worthy of entering Jabba's palace?"
Yeah, you
Oh
can
wait,
come in or not.
yeah.
But it's an interesting looking figure. If it's $100, there's no way I would buy it. If it's 50, I would think about it.
I mean, yeah, it's a cool concept, and it's cool that they're starting their own IP or at least trying to. But I mean, it's.
But I just don't have. I don't know. Like, I don't think Haya makes really good figures. And I think
No,
most
I
people
don't. I agree. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm not impressed with Haya in anything that they've done.
No.
And they're supposed to be like 6.5 inches. I mean, you see all the stuff he has. There's no way that he's $50. I mean, that stand itself is.
The Haya toys so far to me have been like Temu Mezco. I mean, that's
Right. Yeah.
like they're trying to do good, and they got some good parts. And like I said, some of the cloth goods that Rambo comes with are amazing, but like the rest of the figures just doesn't make it worth.
But he still
buying.
looks like Al Pacino.
And then if
Yeah.
you've seen
Yeah.
the reviews of the Judge Dredd figures that they've done, you get the same comments on those too.
I
It's
have
like-
one of their
it's-
Judge Dredds actually, and I gave it to Bud, my buddy's customs because I
Yeah.
hated the damn figure so much.
It's like it's almost there, but then they stop so far short. It's like I don't know.
So Shelf Present says Junkyard Joe is actually a take on GI Robot. I wouldn't know either one of them.
Well,
All I know is
Junkyard Joe and GI Robot are both different comic book characters that are almost the same character.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who Junkyard Joe was. I saw that pop on. I saw it come up on Mezco. It sat up there long enough that I'm like, I want that. And I don't.
I
regret
almost
it.
bought that. I never did, but I almost did. It was.
And
very
he
tempting.
works perfect with Footloose. I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah. Well, he's got a really cool, Vietnam era vibe going on. The fatigues
Yeah.
and all that stuff are great.
And when I read the story about Junkyard Joe, I was like, you can give me more of these figures.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And that's another, I would go down. I don't know why I'd go down any line with Mezco, but I'm a sucker. All right.
Clearly.
All right. So we'll wrap it up with Marvel Legends. A lot was shown off, and I think there's a lot of stuff that I enjoy. I know, Ed, I know you're not big into, you do more independent toy companies.
Yeah.
But
I do collect some Marvel Legends. If they're characters I give a shit about and they look good. Like I'm
So
really
there's-
interested in the Phantom Ranger.
All right, so here we have the Inhumans. Does anyone care? Because I have no idea. I have no idea who the green guy is.
I think a lot of people do care because this is a better Black Bolt than I've ever seen from Marvel Legends before. So if anybody's looking for a Black Bolt, they're going to get this dude.
It's Black Bolt and Triton, I think his name is.
Triton. Yeah. And for Marvel Legends, these are good figures.
Yeah.
They're if people want them, I look at all that shit that Black Bolt comes with. This is a great Black Bolt figure. This
A lot
is
of
the
people have
Black
been
Bolt
wanting
figure
Black
you want.
Bolt too since he was in the Scarlet. Was it Scarlet Witch that he was in?
I don't know.
no,
He was in not the Inhumans. No, the Inhumans. He was in the Inhumans movie
No, but he's
that
also
nobody saw.
he's also in. No, the Inhumans didn't have a movie. They had the TV show.
Yes, well, no, they actually had a movie. So
Right.
it wasn't released in theaters. It was only on
Okay.
Disney Plus, but
Yeah.
it was a movie.
Wait, there's an Inhumans movie?
There was, yes.
Multiverse
so-
of Madness. That's what he was in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Multiverse
yeah.
of Madness. Since he was in that movie, people have been wanting a good Black Bolt.
So this is what I
Well,
would say. The Inhumans TV show was not very good, but the girls were super hot. So especially the girl with the dog.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have they made that dog? They've made that dog 3 times, and none of the dogs articulate.
Once again, I'm talking about the TV show and the girl that had the dog. Okay, so why does this guy have a pandemic mask?
It's part of the character.
Okay. And I have no idea, and I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah.
Now, again, you see all the stuff that comes with Black Bolt, and then he gets 2 karate choppy fit her hands.
Yeah, I never understood how Marvel Legends decides who gets accessories and who doesn't, because some characters come with nothing and other ones come with.
There were
masks
so many
and stuff.
Spider-Man that didn't come with proper hands, like
Yeah.
period. And it was like, why would you not put all of the proper hands with Spider-Man?
So Eric Thurman is asking if that movie's on Disney.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. And Viper Scout says there's 3 episodes, but it was all put together into one thing when they released it on Disney Plus. And it was a quote unquote movie or special or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there was something that was on Disney Plus that was the Inhumans, and it was terrible. Okay,
But
and it
wasn't
followed
that part of the TV show?
Agents of Shield. It followed Agents of
Yeah.
Shield.
Yeah, I did see that, but I thought it was a TV show.
Well,
Maybe
people
they were
thought
miniseries.
that because it was part of the Shield, but when it was actually released, they released it all together as one kind of chunk.
Okay. Let me quickly do something.
Roger.
Dude, my channel activity is not working, Matthew.
I don't know. Did
Is that a new
Mama,
is that a new name?
Mama Bear. It's Mama Bear.
Oh my god, it's Mama Bear. That is a new name. I've never seen that.
I've never seen it, but she's asking if you're going to Codename Iowa.
Wait, hold on. Don't get
Maybe
it.
that's Charlock's wife.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You gotta understand, man. I never even saw these assholes before.
And in fact, Mama Bear, he is.
Yes, I am going to Codename Iowa. And to anyone that asks, no, I'm not going to LegionsCon because it's the week after, and I can't take that much time off. And one's further. No, I am, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how it actually, how that all folds together, and how see if it has the same feel that Joe Fest does.
Brian Sauer does a good job with his stuff. So if you're invested in the Joe world and you want to participate in collecting and doing creative things in there, then there's a lot to see there. So
I've heard not one bad thing about it, just like I've not heard one bad thing about LegionsCon.
Let's be honest, Punk. You're just going so people recognize you again. You just love the attention.
I don't think
and it's closer.
Yep.
it is slightly closer. It's way closer than Georgia, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
You probably still get chewed out if you went to LegionsCon because you spoiled the Christmas surprise last year. There's that dumbass Punk showing off everybody's Christmas present.
So here's the Inhumans, Triton, yep. And then we have more Inhumans. Who's this guy? Why does he have a Peugeot stick? And
because he's on American Gladiators. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, look at those shoulder pads. He's definitely American Gladiators.
That's what I'm saying.
who's the guy that always got beat on American Gladiators?
It's been so long since I watched that, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Hey, but I know that my buddy got bench pressed by Helga. She threw him over her shoulders and just started like squatting him.
I believe that.
So this is Cardiac.
Okay.
And I believe they showed this thing. I think they showed this little thing off at the end of one of their live
Oh,
streams.
he's making glass bowls.
I thought he was using a Klingon pain stick. I mean, I thought we were going back to nacelle.
It's one of those sticks you blow into.
Yeah,
make
yeah.
Glass blow up. Yeah.
Um,
Maybe you'll make.
maybe
it
it's a
finish.
big nunchuck.
It's a bow staff.
It looks like it goes on his hand.
It's an electro blade. It's from Star Wars.
Oh yeah, he actually kind of looks like one. Interesting looking. I like the
laser
color.
sword.
He reminds me of when Superman was like blue.
Yep.
Hey, it looks more like steel than Superman, but you know.
But yeah, I don't understand why this goes on his hand, but
Man, his wrist looks tiny, don't it?
Yeah, he does. Because he's got those big things at the top, the
Yeah,
gauntlet, the end of the
gauntlet.
gauntlet things. Yeah.
and then I remember this guy from the Inhumans show. He was much smaller though. Or no,
Yeah.
actually that guy was really big. Wasn't it a black guy that played him?
I don't know.
Either way, I wonder how hard this guy is.
He was in line and went to the wardrobe, wasn't he?
Dude, dude, those movies are really good. I love the Narnia movies.
I like the Narnia books. The movies were okay. I wish they got further along in the story.
Yeah,
But
the books were amazing, and the old cartoon from back in like
Oh.
the 70s or 80s was amazing. But
yeah.
So, is this something any of you would be interested in?
No, not really.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I'm all for fantasy characters and stuff. The only way that Medusa's going to go well is if they give her like Blanca's hair, if they
Yeah.
make it flexible enough to actually do something with.
But we know this is Hasbro, so they're not going to.
Right. Yeah.
But it is a lot of hair.
I mean, and they layered it and they put it on there, and it looks like it kind of articulates enough so that it's not going to be totally in the way on all the time. But I don't know.
But she's in every picture she's leaning forward. Like,
Well, yeah. I mean, she's got 20 fucking pounds of hair.
yeah, but it looks like that hair helps her stand as a third leg.
yeah. Pretty much like the gargoyles in their tails.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
And they're using the faceplates here because they didn't
So-
want to give you a separate head with 20 pounds of hair.
Yeah.
Right. And which is what they should have done with Elektra when they did that fucking weird hairdo style with her. But this is, I think, is the first time that Marvel Legends has used a faceplate. And G.I. Joe used their first faceplate with the Desert Scorpion. So everybody's getting into faceplates now because they want to be Japanese or something.
Yep.
Well, you know, gargoyles have been doing it. They were using it.
No.
You remember
they-
that line? That
Yeah,
line that they killed?
the NECA Gargoyles only used it in one set of figures, and that was the reissue of Goliath and what's her name, Demona, in the
Nope.
2-pack.
They used it on, I think, their daughter.
No,
One of them has
Well-
faceplate. I remember it because I never had it. I don't think I had any figures that had it. But
I
you're right
have
about the
a daughter.
Demona.
I don't remember the faceplate being on her, but I haven't messed with her in a while. So,
It was one of the females.
well, I mean, it would have been. There's only two, Angela and Demona. I mean, Maza had separate heads, so
Yeah. I don't know. Those things now just sit at the top of a shelf.
I wish they had gotten to Macbeth and Coldstone, but other
I
than
think-
that,
We all do.
yeah.
All right. So here's these Inhumans.
And that's
All
a
right.
2-pack. That's a freaking 2-pack. Screw that.
Yeah, and you know that's going to be pricey.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
way too expensive.
So Cardiac was a Spider-Man, and I don't know how some of these
Oh,
things
look,
got
he's
mixed.
got 2 blue balls.
Well, you can't have just
Yeah, that
one.
happened before. It hurts.
All right. Spider-Man 2099. Does anyone care?
A lot of people care, but
I-
a lot of people have the Mezco version and they're happy.
Yeah.
but this is also much
It
less
looks cool.
expensive.
It definitely looks cool, but
He's not super big, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
He has articulated toes,
Yep.
so I'm
And
assuming.
look at that hip articulation. Obviously, they're doing something funny with that. So it's not the Renew Your Vows body. At least I don't think it is. But
You can see the butterfly joints.
yeah,
it's got to be mostly new stuff that they're doing because
I don't know. It looks mostly like Renew Your Vows, but they had to do something different with those hips.
Yeah, I wonder if that is the Ben Riley Spider-Man without the
yeah,
without the plastic sweatshirt, because no one knows how he articulates because that thing's always in the way. It's very frustrating. His toe articulation is awesome.
But look at the head articulation. Obviously, he can't lift his head up. Jesus, why
Yeah.
can't they get that right with one Spider-Man figure?
I think they got it right with
a lot of people went and bought that Rebel 10 Customs sweatshirt for that.
Yeah, yeah.
But he should be. I mean, you can see the cut right there. He should be able to look up.
Well, they did it in that one picture, and you would think that that's the picture
No.
you want him to have him looking up in.
It does look
No.
like they cut that neck big enough for him to look up, but they certainly
Yeah.
didn't pose it that way.
Yeah.
So there's Spider-Man 29. I know people love Spider-Man figures. All right. The Build-A-Way figure.
Polaris.
Now, is anyone interested in any of these figures other than Wolverine?
Phantom Ranger, I'm interested in.
I mean, if you want to build out the Magneto family, I mean, you got to have her, right?
I don't do you. It's been so long since I've read a comic.
Is that supposed to be Polaris? Is that Magneto's daughter?
It's an Enchantress.
Oh, so no.
Enchantress.
Man,
Wait,
no, I
wait.
don't know.
Polaris is wait. What happened? to the other
Polaris is
two?
Magneto's daughter.
She has two daughters.
Is 2 daughters and a son.
Or I mean, okay. So, so that's the Enchantress.
Okay.
Then we get Iron Man 84,000 armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he comes with the head. He comes with the head for what's his name?
Yes, like they know exactly what they're doing.
Oh yeah, of course. They've done figures for long enough, so you get the axe in the head. There you go. You got the car. Is that Carl Urban? Yeah.
Executioner Carl Urban. Yeah.
I mean, it's not Carl Urban, but you really realize how much he looks like him.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Mark 72. All right. Did anyone else order this?
I think a lot of
emo Wolverine. No.
I think
Well, I know a lot of people ordered it.
I think a lot of people want World War II Wolverine because it goes with World War II Cap,
Yeah.
and it builds a mythos right there in World War II that you can put together. So,
And he's got a Tommy gun. I mean, I understand the Tommy gun is old, but it's such an awesome fucking looking gun.
yep.
And this can be used with your GI Joes if you want. And I know before someone says, "Hey, it's World War II," they also have Vietnam era, and they have modern, and they have lasers, and
But you know what? If you want to do the Dreamweaver series or the crossover Transformers and GI Joe, that happened in World War II, and you can bring in Wolverine with those guys.
so I
That
know
was a good story. That was a good crossover, the World War II one.
So I know people were mad because he shouldn't have adamantium claws. Are we correct on this? He didn't have it till later. He had bone claws still.
Well, so he had some other form of claws. Yeah, they weren't adamantium. They were not bone. They were something else.
I mean, I don't think it really
He
matters.
like attached them on or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay.
You know,
So that-
Hasbro's not going to give him a whole new set of claws for this figure. I mean,
Of course
this
not.
is all resculpting anyway. So
They have trigger fingers. That's all I care about. He has a fucking trigger finger.
He has one trigger finger. Yes.
yeah,
Well, that's all he needs. He's not left-handed.
Unlike
and,
all the Joes.
and you know what? I think you're right about the claws there. They look like they're like
they're
strapped on.
wrapped. Yeah, they're wrapped on.
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't make any sense. Did he not know that he has claws?
He didn't have claws then.
He's always had claws.
No, he hasn't.
No,
He always
this
had
is
bone
before.
claws.
This is before the Weapon X project.
Yeah.
But he had bone claws.
No. That wasn't until after the adamantium was stripped that he had bone claws.
No, they always thought that the claws were inserted, and then when he realized after it was ripped out that he always had bone claws.
It depends
So
on your
what would make
continuity,
you-
but all the continuities that exist in the main timeline, he didn't have claws until the Weapon X program, and then they were adamantium. When the adamantium was ripped out, then they were bone. Prior to that, he didn't have claws.
No, they said they didn't know that he had claws.
Yeah, okay.
Look, and Tony said I'm correct. I finally like Tony. Well, okay, but this is stupid. Let's
If
say
you read what Mark Harness says, it says in World War II he has been shown to use strapped-on claws.
Yep.
no, and again, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that was when they said after Magneto ripped it out. That's what I do remember when he goes to eject them because he's still. I don't know why he would think that those are still metal. That's when they found out that he had bone claws, that he had always had them. But here's what doesn't make any sense. You go to World War II, he just happens to be strapping on claws that he just also happens to have.
Well, he stole them from a ninja that hadn't shortened
Because they
yet.
were climbing claws, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Is that
Pay
really
attention.
It's a fucking
Anyway.
comic book. Use your imagination.
World War II Logan. This is the only one I ordered. I was interested in this guy because he just looks good.
I ordered him today from BBTS.
He just looks fun.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Where's
order
the
him.
horse? Where's the horse?
Exactly. I got four horses, so I'm fine.
You got 4 horsemen?
I got
Uh-oh,
four. I
I
got
hurt Tony's feelings.
I got 3 horseman figures and a fish toys horse. So
Oh, yeah. How's that?
I love it.
Yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
The Savage Crucible figures fit perfect on the fish toys horse.
Nice.
So how gummy are these 6 shooters going to be?
I don't know. I'm worried about those gummy elbows.
Hey, don't worry about it. It'll go good with the gummy weapons.
You know, when I get this
Whoa,
figure, I got
woman.
to find him a white
Jeez.
cape though, because
Yes.
he needs a
So-
white cloth cape.
Well, so there are plenty of them out there because everybody
yeah.
was making the cloth and wired capes for Moon Knights. So
Yeah.
he'll have them for sure.
Oh yeah.
And you get a leg with them.
Yep.
If you put a lampshade on it, then you have
That's what I'll do because I'll have no other use for the leg.
Yeah. Hey, I've got anyway. Bath parts. I try to get rid of all my bath parts.
Yes, Tony. I think that was a Roman fart. You heard it? Like I don't know. I don't smell anything, so maybe he didn't. He made a noise, but then I heard him make a noise like licking, but that sounded like he farted. Did anyone order this? You can
Nobody
probably get-
wanted this.
This
Nobody
figure
asked for
looks
this.
stupid.
Nobody cares about this. And yeah, everybody's saying it looks dumb as fuck. So no.
You can probably guess who did not order it. I sure the hell didn't order a spider. All right, well we can pass by this because I don't care. But you need that leg if you're trying to
Yeah.
build out the figure. I feel like people were interested in this.
Well, this goes to Christar, so a lot of people are interested in this.
I don't remember Christar at all.
I'm more interested in that because of Christar. And I mean, it's the only figure I bought of that other wave with Christar in it was Christar because I had those figures originally, and Danzig stole the artwork from it to make his design.
But he does look cool. I like the translucent green.
Yeah.
And he comes with an
Warbow.
arm and a hand.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, an arm with a fist and the hand that goes on that. So yeah. I had his crossbow, and this is funny, I guess, maybe, is that the crossbow that came with Warbow is what I used for Scarlet all the time because that little dinky ass crossbow was never cool enough, and Warbow's crossbow was much better.
And then Matthew, I know you like this one, right?
No, this is a piece of shit figure.
Oh, I thought you liked it.
Garbage.
I like Werewolf by Night. Yes, this figure is a piece of shit. I mean, you
How do
look
feel,
at
Matthew?
You look at the ankles, the feet, the knees, the hips, the fact that it only comes with one head sculpt and it's the screaming fucking head, the arm articulation, the butterfly joints, no, none of this, the pinned elbows.
This is
Fuck
an
you.
old figure redone. That's all it is.
It is. I mean, seriously, this is in Toy Biz all over again. This figure is shit. And you know, I really like Werewolf by Night, so I would buy a fucking werewolf figure. But fuck this guy.
When I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, they're making Werewolf by Night." And then I saw the figure. It's really looked at the figure. I was like, "Oh man, come on."
Now, couldn't they give him a basketball and then he could be Teen Wolf?
He looks more like Teen Wolf than he does Werewolf by Night.
Absolutely, yeah. And you know, give me my Monster Force, give me my other werewolves. I've got plenty other awesome werewolves I can deal with. This guy, no, thank you.
All right, so Matthew doesn't want it. So you get to build a figure. That's the executioner, and the only one that doesn't come with a part is Wolverine. Do you think that's by design?
Yes, they do that with every single bath wave.
Yeah.
But do you think they thought maybe Wolverine's gonna sell no matter what?
You know, seriously, that's what they do with every bath wave. In the zombie Iron Man wave, the zombie Iron Man didn't come with a bath figure, but every other figure did. So yeah, clearly.
Yeah. All right. So this is what I wanted to talk about. 12-inch made to order Apocalypse from X-Men 97. Is anyone else interested in it?
No.
I'm not going to get it, but it's cool. It's cool that they're making an actual big size Apocalypse. But
I agree that it is cool that they are making that larger format, and it does go with the figures, and you can do that couple of scenes that he was in when he was that big. I'm good with the Apocalypse figures I have.
So I did back this, or ordered it, whatever. It's not really backing it. This has made me want to go all in on X-Men 97. So much so that I bought Jubilee and Sunspot this weekend.
You've got a problem, Punk.
Yes.
Do you need an intervention?
I probably needed one. I needed one before I spent over $700 on Operation Monster Force. It's useless now. I like. I'm not going all in on all the X-Men 97 stuff.
The Morph figure drives me nuts. I like the old Morph better.
I ignored the Morph figure. I will admit that. But it was also because I bought the that Weapon X figure.
Yeah.
So it was still that if you buy two, if you over $40, you get $10 off. So I was like, I might as well grab that. Did you notice that they took design cues from the
G.I. Joe
team?
Oh
no,
yeah,
it's not the same because they had to put that little either rock or is that smoke right there because they can't use the same thing.
Well, the G.I. Joe one had smoke, but it is different with different blasting coming out the sides. But yeah,
they can't do the same thing. But the design is almost the exact same.
Yeah,
Viper Scott says, "Punk, you can stop anytime. I believe in you." I've spent a lot of money in the past. I think I'm going to be reaching out to Stephanie to see how I can live off $50 a month on toy. I messaged her about that, and she goes, "I went over my budget this month." I'm like, "How much?" She's like 100, and I was like, "Good." So I could tell her, "Good."
I went over by my budget by like 1,500. So, right, Punk?
Because I don't have a budget, I can't say I went over.
Well, that's true.
But I fucking went over somewhere. And I got some duplicate Operation Monster Force because I didn't realize. And then you can't figure out which ones are which.
I didn't buy any doubles. I didn't buy any doubles except for the Black Agent. I just pre-ordered another one or ordered another one, put in my pile of loot.
I could have sworn that I ordered 3 generals, but then I looked back and that order was nowhere to be found anywhere. So I only got 1 general. So I'm okay, but I still want 2 more.
I want at least a second general too.
Yeah,
man.
After having that one in hand, that's when I was like, "Fuck, I need another one."
Yeah.
but anyway, I mean, the scene that they put on, it sells it.
Well, that's what they're for, right?
The optic blast. Now you're like, that's exactly what the optic blasts are for.
Yep.
But again, I just think this looks really good, and seeing how big he is, I did back him or ordered one. And again, what's nice is because it's made to order, you can just cancel it if you don't want it.
Yeah.
And
You're not going to cancel it.
No. I'm talking about for other people.
Yeah.
For other people.
No, not me. Don't worry. I'm not falling off the wagon yet.
But for you peasants, you
That's
can
right.
do that.
For you poors, you can do that.
I would just like to say that I don't drink, so I have that money that other people spend on alcohol. Okay, first, Mr. Mad Gus says, "I'm so glad you're still not married, Punk. You would be on the streets." You don't listen. I was never married. I just had kids out of wedlock.
He lived in sin for many
Yes,
years.
I lived in sin and have bastard children. Dirty Knives says, just blame the pre-orders. It's the pre-orders, I swear. Well, I have to say my pre-order collection has really come down. It's not nearly what it used to be. Because now the shit's all in hand. Oh, and Frosty the Snowman hit too.
Oh yeah, and don't forget that the agents, the Soldiers of Fortune, and the Crimson Moon supposed to hit in December.
Yeah, I want those Crimson Moon, but I don't know. I got those 2 Frosties, and one of them's going to my mom. So
Which with Fresh Monkey Fiction will probably be January or February by the time they actually show up. But
Well, no,
they're saying
Oh, yeah.
Soldiers of Fortune in December.
that's true.
Chad Farr says you should consider drinking Lawrence.
It'd probably be cheaper and healthier for you.
I don't know about healthier, but
Well, not for how
Well,
much
you'd probably
I
get more
buy.
sleep if he drank.
yeah, not restful sleep, but sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like this. I mean, I avoided the. Now I'm gonna regret not getting the fucking Sentinel.
Yeah, because think about this with the Sentinel and then Galactus, and you've got the 3 levels of all those massive figures. That'd be pretty freaking cool. But yeah, I really am out on Marvel, and I've not been impressed with Marvel Legends for a long time. Now that they're coming out with cool stuff, it's kind of tough, but kind of picky and choosy.
I'm very, very picky and choosy with the Marvel Legends.
I think in the past year and a half, Marvel Legend, and I think it's because of the classified line.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
think
agree.
know they have
100%,
had to. They've had to step up their
Yeah,
game.
they had to for sure.
But yeah, I think that pretty much ends the slides. We went in G.I. Joe. I found out that even if when you're doing StreamYard, even if you're under the limit, which is 50 megabytes, they only take 200 slides. That's why I was late. I was trying to fucking.
That's why I don't upload slides. I create a separate window that I can use my PDF file from when I do slides, which is what we'll be doing on a Punks with Film on Friday.
Hey, it seems like when I do that, one thing, it bogs everything down on my computer. But since you're going to be doing it from your computer, it won't matter.
Yeah.
Or however you're doing it. Like, I mean, it won't affect
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But I guess, everyone that's here, there's still 66 people watching. Tell them what movie we're going to be watching for Punks on Film so they can.
So we're watching Grosse Point Blank, which is a movie that takes place in Grosse Point, Detroit, or Michigan,
Which is right next to Detroit.
It's very near Detroit, with a man named Martin Blank, and I am currently 1/3 the way through on my screenshot and writing up reviews. So
And I haven't watched that movie in forever.
I realized
neither.
just in what Punk has never watched it.
Literally forever. I've literally never watched it in forever.
I'm not surprised. I'm really, really not surprised.
After watching just the first 30 minutes of this movie, I'm like, I remember why I love this movie so much. And I'm excited to talk more about it. And then there'll be a photography stream on Saturday, and I don't know, maybe something else on Saturday night, but we'll see.
Hold on. You guys talk. I gotta do something.
Yay.
So
I gotta find my schedule.
well, yeah. Well, he sent the schedule to me, and there's some gaps in there, and there's some things that could be added. So we're talking about some things behind the scenes, but we've got all kinds of stuff lined up for you guys, all throughout the night with the Australians and Ed coming in the morning. So there'll be 36 hours of content, and we're going to keep it going. It'll be fun, and hopefully we'll raise lots of money for Toys for Tots.
Yes.
Well, we raised $3,025 last year.
Yeah.
We need to raise more because prices have gone up.
Yeah.
So even with the discount that Sergeant Reds do, we still need to raise more.
Yeah, shit. You need about 4,000 to make up for that 3,000 from last year just to stay level.
And again, I want to see the super chats come in because that gives that encourages people that maybe are just finding the channel or whatever. But if you're going to give big lump sums, just send it to PayPal.
Yeah.
And I'll have it all up there. Again, I think I'm trustworthy enough.
Just do, like I did last year, Darren did, send
Yeah.
small ones throughout the whole weekends, because as soon as some people start donating, all of a sudden everybody starts, it's like, it just helps generate people to donate more.
But if you're going to donate like $100, understand YouTube is taking a big chunk of that.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I'm not even close to being able to ask them for this to be a charity. Because before it used to be like 10,000 subs. And I don't even think I'll be there next year. I mean, I could buy them like some people, but then that
I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I mean, you've got what, 70?
It is coming in close.
Yeah. I mean,
Next year
we're less than 3,000 away from hitting that 10,000. So
yeah,
you gotta stop your mods from banning everybody that they don't like.
I did lose
some asshole mods of yours, I tell you.
Considering we've never banned anyone.
Right.
I did lose a sub that day. I think I lost a sub due to MS. There are some people that haven't come back after that issue, which I still don't understand. But hey, you know what? If that's what you feel, I'd rather someone decide to leave rather than come in here and start trouble.
Yeah,
it makes more sense.
Yep.
But again, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I have to drive out to Ohio, and I have to wake up and take the girl to school. So, do you guys tell everyone what you guys have going on?
Tomorrow I have the night off.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, tomorrow's the night off, but Tuesday I've got evening blend with Pop Blender, and on my Instagram I've got photos I'm dropping every day. Most of them are Halloween themed for the month of October. I've got some cool lighting stuff that I'm working on. I'm going to send some stuff over to Legend Series pretty soon about that, and then streaming on Friday and Saturday and with the Streamathon. But check that out.
This Friday and Saturday.
It's not this week.
Well,
I'll be
right now.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, someone else can do it if they want.
I'll be on Tuesday on my channel with Travis, and we are going to be doing a Monster Force stream.
Nice.
Operation Monster Force.
Yeah, be clear because that's different.
Thank you, because you guys have no idea how aggravating it is when someone just calls it Monster Force now.
I usually just call it OMF, so it's easier.
Right.
It pisses me off so bad.
But you have problems, so.
Yeah, I know, but again, it's when someone's giving me like fake ban or fake copyright strikes.
Yes.
At least fucking name the thing properly. And YouTube, do your job, right?
YouTube has no job; they've got bots for that.
That's very true. So, all right, I think that just about wraps it up. We'll all be on Tuesday. So I will be on with Circle of Jerks first, then Ed goes, and then hey, I can do a stream from the hotel room as long as I don't have to control it.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right, guys. And you two stick around. I want to talk to you really quick. So everyone have a wonderful night. I got to figure out how to get rid of this stuff. I don't even know where my stuff ends. Take care.